Hi.
Oh no, I sound terrible.
You do. You're sick. I told you you could just stay off in the background, but you don't
If
want
I
to
start
listen.
feeling bad, I'll just go away. I gotta see how Sherlock dies.
You can't though. You're here now.
What?
You're here now. It's like you came to work.
I came to work sick.
And you clocked in, and now you can't go.
This is a Walmart.
Don't be name dropping on stream. The last thing we need is some big old corporate company coming in. Oh, you said our name.
Who are you flagged for saying the W word?
Yeah, we will.
So you've been at work and I've been sick all day. But
Yeah.
I played oh no, what is the game?
I don't know. What game are you trying to tell me?
I played Spell Smashers last night with Raft and Time Roller.
Oh, that's the dungeon crawler that you need to spell words out?
Yeah.
I
beat Time Roller by 1 point. He was so angry with me. He was spelling like 12-letter words.
You're a pirate.
That's what he kept calling me. And he kept stealing all the coins. You like my hair? Thank you. I updated it a few days ago. It was much duller. And then I put
it looks good with the light shining on it like that.
Well, it's supposed to be flamingo pink, but I put it over burgundy, so it turned purple, which I'm fine with.
It looks good.
I like it.
Except our tub was completely.
Except I dyed our tub pink.
We have a pink tub.
No,
we had a pink tub.
Because I cleaned it before you even woke up. Because I knew you.
I knew it was stained because I woke up for work.
And you could smell bleach
at 4 a.m, and I smelled it. I was like, what did she do? So I was looking around and I saw the mop in the tub and I'm like, she bleached the tub.
Yeah. That one bleached a lot more than what it normally does because I've used that before and it doesn't do that.
So, how are you, Game Jedi? What's up? What's going on? What do you got going on tonight? What you been watching? Why am I asking so many questions?
She said she would like to play something if I end up signing up for the con thing. Yeah, right?
No, it's not our tub.
I don't think our landlord would be happy with a pink tub.
Yeah. Which is something, when we do get our own house, I mean...
I can bleach the tub with
no,
my hair dye?
We could probably get a colored tub or something.
We're getting a tub that submerges my body like a mermaid.
Yes. Does anyone have like a tub that goes under the floor, like an underground pool, but like a tub?
Like a hot tub?
Hot tubs don't go underneath the floor.
Sometimes they do, like in the fancy hotels.
That would be awesome. So you're just listening in, huh? Well, that is perfect because this game is all about listening.
It's gonna be him talking the whole time.
Yep, you'll hear my voice. My soothing voice.
Yeah, I still haven't bought my ticket either. It starts, tomorrow? But I think you can buy your ticket at any point if you want to. But like I said, if I don't have a lot of people wanting to play, I'll just play with people in general. It doesn't matter. I'm okay with playing with people in other ways.
Now, what do you need to play that game? Do you need to have a Discord for chat? Do you need to have...
It depends on what you play. You don't have to play with Discord or any talking thing. You can use their chat through Tabletopia.
Okay, so...
Especially with my voice sounding like it does now. I'm not going to be talking.
I mean, if I were to play, I would like to use Discord for at least chatting purposes.
Yeah. I don't know. So, he brought me a present today.
You didn't even see it.
I didn't even see it because I was asleep when he got home.
Until just now.
It was sitting in my chair. I liked this game. Gosh, was it this year or was it last year that we watched it?
It was last year.
But I've been wanting this.
we went to the game shop today to return the game rentals, and they were pretty excited that we're doing this, like just streaming board gaming in general. Like they were really excited about it.
Yeah, it's not a grand opening. I'm not gonna sit here.
Excuse me.
And punch tokens, which is my favorite thing, with me being all gross.
So I went to the game store. They were so excited that we did what we did yesterday for them. And
I forgot about that.
So
I'm glad you didn't come home and pick me up since I was sick.
So we were talking, and they're like, from now on, when you feature a game from us, we'll let you rent it for free. Just take it.
What, really?
Yeah. And I said no.
No, that's...
No,
we're supporting them because they're awesome.
I said, I still want to support you guys, so I'm still going to pay the rental fee.
Mm.
Like, I'm not doing this for
free games
or favors
whatever.
or any free games or anything like that. I'm doing this because I want to do it. I don't want anything in return. If you guys want to subscribe, then that's totally up to you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask you to. I'm not going to say, hey, if you do this, I'll give you this. No. If you want to support us that way, then that's fine. If not, then you sit there and watch us and listen. That's awesome too. I'm cool with that. But anyway, they're just awesome people at that store. He was telling us about a game called Calico.
That's the one Anthony wants for Christmas.
And he said that we can feature that on Monday. So I think that is what we're going to do.
Oh, Anthony's going to have a fit. He wants that game so bad.
So that is going to probably be our featured game on Monday. We're
not doing a sub-only chat.
No.
Quit being a brat, silver medal. I'm reading about German baby toys currently.
Yeah, I do too. I get turned off by a lot of stuff where you have to like and subscribe and
I don't like that you
things.
have to follow to chat in some things that we've rated. Not personally us, but in other groups.
Yeah,
what?
Some of the streams we've gone into, you have to follow to even chat.
Like say hello. It's
yeah,
like,
to even say hello. It's just like, okay. Well, do I get a chance? I guess you can watch for a little bit, and then if you like it, you can follow. But, that sort of stuff is just...
Do you know Haba makes baby toys?
Haba makes baby toys. Yes, Haba makes a lot of stuff. So...
I was trying to read German. That wasn't working.
So look at this art. Tell me that does not look amazeballs.
Oh, I love this.
Right?
I love this book already.
And...
Yellow, green.
And Paige at the store, she was like, oh, this game looks so pretty. And then I showed her in the back about the waterfall that moves. Or the waterfall that you move. She's like, oh my god, that is so cool. I'm like,
look at this amazing rule book. It's color coded. So if you need to know about setup, you go to the green pages. Why doesn't everybody do this?
Well, because this is Haba, and they do stuff like this.
Look at this little guy in a waterfall.
It's so cool. So, are we doing the unboxing here, or are we?
No, I'm just. I was
excited.
Game Jedi, and then everybody started coming in.
So let me switch over to
you
top
know
view.
Anything about this game though? Oh, that's right. The camera's not up there yet. Okay. Where the waterfall moves. I love this game.
There's a board where the waterfall moves. I don't remember how it moves, but
there's like a waterfall tile.
The waterfall is supposed to simulate like it magically like parting to reveal hidden stuff behind it. And it's pretty awesome. I remember watching it on Dice Tower with her, and I was like, wow, that's pretty neat.
I know I just opened it, but my guilty pleasure is watching people play, and then I fall in love with games, and then he has to buy them for me. That's the only high maintenance I am.
She watches a lot of gameplay videos, like especially ones that just come out. She watches a lot, and I watch all the cons and stuff. So she's very invested in all that stuff, and when she's like zoned in, that's it. She's zoned in. It took me a year to get this game. Of course, I'm excited about it. They hadn't had it in her store, and that giant game was only $25. Oh no, this is not a blind game. No, those are yet to come. No, those will come on next week. November 26th is when they will start, and then we will be streaming. Oh yeah, you're gonna see me unwrapping and throwing paper everywhere. Yeah, a lot. Yeah, let me. Do I have a limit of how many blind boxes I can get for now and Christmas? No. No. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get to it. It's always fun to like open boxes for a surprise, and if we happen to already have the game, then guess what? You guys are gonna get it. You guys are gonna get it. Okay, so we have to promote the game store when we do the unboxing, since it's their thing too. Yeah. Well, definitely. I mean, yeah. I'm all for promoting people that care about other people, and they definitely care about other people. So, Murder of Sherlock Holmes, Part 2. That would be cool. What? Wallpaper your house? Now, is it a big house or is it a small house? Do you have the pencil? No, I don't. Oh, okay. Well, you're going to use a pen then, because I'm not going to get pen will be fine. Pen will be fine. Am I writing notes? Because if I do, we won't be able to read them afterwards. I mean, I can still write notes. I just won't touch anything. All you have is a sinus infection. You're not contagious. Unless I sneeze in your mouth. Any house? Any house? Yeah, any house. I love punching stuff out, so. You should see me on those nights where I play scary video games. No, I don't mean punching that way. I meant... never mind. Things out and organizing them. Never mind. Is that why you don't play horror games anymore? That's why I don't play horror games anymore. See, my whole body is completely bruised from like the neck down. That's why I wear this ring. Is it like protection? Is that why we got rings? It's a protection ring. All right, man. Lurk away. My friend, lurk. Okay, so let's recap from last week. You gotta keep that one. Yeah, I know. So, oh man, that was a lot of stuff. Keep going. On the dungeon. Game will never be open again. Okay. What do you mean it's never be open again? I told Duchess on her stream you're ready to gift it away before I finish it. I mean, yeah. Alright, so recap. It's Friday, September 16, 1898. A murder has been committed at a theater where they were going to put on a play about Sherlock Holmes. Now, the actor who played Sherlock Holmes is dead. So that's why this is called The Murder of Sherlock Holmes. Because it's not really him. It's the actor that plays him. But you get it. Yeah. Anyway, his name is, what's it, Razor? William Razor. Yeah. He was an American playing Sherlock Holmes. And Sherlock did not like that. He went over there and he shot him in the face. He did not shoot him in the face. It was in his eye. Oh, wait, that's just my fancy. Maybe he's playing dead? No, I'm pretty sure he's dead. He shot in the face. I shot in his eye. But, you know what? The last case we had sort of like that. Yeah, right. Was he really dead? Was he really dead? Maybe. I mean, part of him was dead. So we had a list of everybody in the troupe, everybody that's in the play. We went and talked to everybody. One person we know for sure does not like William Razor, the actor, and that's a man named what's his name? What's his name?
That guy.
Nicola Sabellini. I'm guessing he's an Italian actor, but he's a drinker. He was not shy about where he was. I mean, he said he left and he never came back, which was suspect to me. But then we read further down
that they met him for dinner and stuff.
Some of the actors met him for lunch. And so he was where he was supposed to be. So he's no sus anymore.
I mean,
not yet,
maybe.
Though. Okay, so a whole bunch of stuff happened. If you really want to know exactly what was said, what was done, then you'd have to go back and watch it because there was a lot.
Yeah.
There was like 10. There was like 10 actors that we had to go talk to.
Yeah.
But yeah, where we left off, we had a name called Brian Smith, so remember that.
Yep.
Brian Smith. We don't know who that is. I'm sure we'll figure it out somewhere. We went to talk to did we write anything for him?
For who? Which one?
For the guy in jail. Why can I not remember his name?
William Razor?
No, the Chaplin brothers. Charlie Chaplin is in this one, by the way. He's an actor.
Yeah. The person's here, honey.
Yeah, but what was his name?
Oh, Sydney.
Sidney Chaplin. I don't know why I couldn't.
Nemo movie, Sydney?
I couldn't remember his name for some reason. But anyway. Yeah, we talked to a whole bunch of people. We went into the dressing room, found some stuff that didn't make sense. We found some cotton stopper that's used for blanks for a prop gun. Stuff like that. We went to talk to Sydney at the jail, and he told us exactly what happened. So I don't believe that he did the killing, which Charlie is sure of, and some other people are sure of too. So the first person at the scene, though, was Jean Barain. Am I correct?
Yep.
She was the first one to the scene.
Is it Berlin?
Barain.
Oh.
Jean Barain, and she is the costume designer, I believe, or the makeup artist.
She was the.
She's the costume mistress. She's the costume designer, whatever. So, she was the first one there. Apparently, Sydney went to go wake Razor up to give him the message from Savellini.
Yeah.
And I guess he was high because he got startled and shot.
We assume he's high.
Shot the prop gun, which created a loud bang. And then they fought for a little bit because Sydney was trying to get the gun out of his hand. And then he just suddenly fell to the floor. I'm talking about Razor.
Mm-hmm.
So that's weird, right? Another weird thing is we went to the where did we go?
In the corner?
No.
Oh no, we went to
criminologist. We went to the criminologist, and they said that the slug that they pulled out from Razor was not from the prop gun, but it was from a what was it? It was a silenced weapon.
Yeah.
The slug was from a totally different weapon. So
with an air pistol.
With an air pistol. Okay. So what I figured, and he was shot in the face, by the way.
In his eye.
In his eyeball. In the eye. So here's what I figured. I figured they got in the tussle. Jean Borain came up behind the door, saw them fighting over the gun.
Why would she have a gun?
That's what we got to find out. We have to find a link.
We have to find a connection between them two.
To Jean Borain and William Razor, if there is one.
He was sleeping with a prop gun to make people think he was sleeping with a gun.
He was high on opium. Who knows why he was holding the gun?
Well, maybe he thought he was in danger if somebody saw him with any type of gun and didn't know it was real or not.
Maybe, but
she didn't know.
For now, we have no connections between William Razor and anybody. But I'm betting that something's going to come up with Jean Borain, the costume designer. So where did we leave off?
We said we were going to Daniel Oliver.
Daniel Oliver. And who was that?
He was... Whoops. On the page. Oliver is the producer.
The producer. Okay, so we're going to go see Daniel Oliver, the producer. And he is at
45 Southeast.
45 Southeast. All right, here we go. Let's find Southeast in this book. By the way, this book is a lot smaller than the first one.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I believe there's a lot less in here to find out. But we'll see. 45 Southeast. You guys ready? I'm ready.
You've already put everybody to sleep.
Did I put everybody to sleep already?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. You're friends of Wiggins. Your timing is perfect. Sit down, please. Daniel Oliver greets us with open arms. I'd like to reach him as soon as possible, you see. He's Razor's understudy. He must take up the role. I'm counting on you to convince him. Well, he looks pretty upset by events. So you intend to continue with the play? Asks Watson. Yes, I'm rather obligated to. With the Allegro and the Lyceum also having shows in the works, competition is fierce in the neighborhood. The show must go on, declares Oliver with emphasis. Alright, so he's the producer.
That's pretty important, though. Wiggins is Razor's understudy. Henry Wiggins.
Yeah.
And he wasn't at home because we already tried to find his butt at home.
Alright, so...
That's the most important thing I got from that.
Yeah, so we have to find Wiggins. But they also talk about the Allegro and the Lyceum. So those are two more theaters we should probably look up. Because maybe we can find a link there. Oh, see? Game Jedi's still awake. Well, of course you're in, physical therapy, so I'm hoping you're awake. Alright, so do you see any of those? There's the theaters right here.
The Allegro.
The Allegro! Do you want to just go down the list and just go there? The Elysium is there too.
Alright, I'm writing them down. Allegro.
We'll see what plays they got over there and if anyone's visited there recently.
And what was the other one?
The Elysium. 18 West Central. So, where do you think we should go first?
And what was it about them? That
they're also putting on shows. So there's some competition going on. between the theaters. So maybe we'll find something else at one of these other theaters.
Okay.
Allegro?
Yep, let's go there.
And that is 94 West Central.
We had found them before. They're all in one little section.
Yeah, they're all together.
They're right through here.
Are they?
Well,
it says they're in the same neighborhood, so.
And then 18 is literally right beside it.
Yeah. Okay. 73, 94. It's a very small passage, okay? The Allegro Theater is in the middle of renovation. It seems to be preparing a new show despite having nothing advertised at the moment. So was he lying? Daniel Oliver said that there was competition there.
Alright.
But they're in the middle of renovation, so how is that even... He's lying.
I don't know.
He's lying.
He's a twin brother.
No, this is not merging the other cases together.
Right, let's go to 18 West Central.
18?
Yeah.
The Lyceum Theater is closed while awaiting a new show.
Well, at least that one says it's awaiting a new show. But it doesn't mean that one is in production.
Yeah. So why he being so sus? We need to find Wiggins.
Wiggins? He wasn't at home.
Yeah, I know. Alright, so where does that leave us? Where do we go from there? Who do we did we miss something?
Don't even start with that.
Well, I mean, I feel like we missed something.
We gotta find this Brian Smith dude.
Should we use some of our informants?
I said I wasn't gonna touch anything. Here I am.
Well, I mean, once you get into this game, it's like, oh.
Oh, that's right. There is no Brian Smith in here, but there was a Brenda Smith.
I mean, do you want to try it?
I wonder because of that clue that we missed in the last one. It was like the guy's mistress or whatever.
I mean, we can try. See if there's anything there.
60 West Central. 60.
I don't believe I saw a 60. Yeah, it goes up to 73.
Oh, okay, so. Alright, yeah, we're gonna have to figure out where this Brian Smith was. Or is.
Well, let's use some of our informants. Because we've come to a dead end.
He was a doorman.
Huh?
He's a doorman.
Brian?
Yeah. See? Oliver left, and Richard exit. Talked to Brian the doorman. And we're trying to figure out where he is.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he should be at the theater. He was over there.
I know, I need to caffeinate. Give me a sec. Alright. Let's see, what do we have for informants?
I don't know.
Have we actually went to the autopsy, or do you think that's
I mean, we can
we
try.
don't really need to do that. I don't know. Criminologist analyzes all. We
went to the criminologist.
We already been to Scotland Yard because we thought that's where the dude was. Legal and criminal documents.
Maybe there. I mean, the Razor was into opium, so it might have a.
Oh, what about the drug guy then?
Drug guy?
Yeah.
We have a drug guy?
Well, I mean, he's not exactly a drug guy. He just knows the underground stuff. The illegal affairs and underworld figures. Maybe we go see Porky.
Like
Porky in there? 52 East Central?
Yeah. Yeah, he's here.
Let's go talk to Porky.
Let's go talk to Porky then.
Yeah, we gotta talk to Porky.
Okay. Cheers, guys. Are you here for business or for pleasure? It's always a pleasure to come here, Porky, but right now we're working on a murder of William Razor. The police have arrested one of our friends. We're sure he's innocent. You're quite lucky, Watson, Porky laughs. Many of my friends have been arrested before, but I've rarely been convinced of their innocence. Have you heard about the murder? Sorry, my patrons don't really go to the theater. At times there are a few artists who come by here full of romantic ideas about slums and poverty. They sometimes even end up in even poorer neighborhoods, in opium dens and other such places. Are there specific places? Well, there's always the Bar of Gold, of course. I guess that's what it's called. That's not a place for occasional patrons. Few of my clients frequent a den in the southeast, run by a Chinese man called Hong. Or Kong. Wow, that's bad. So, somewhere in the southeast, there's a den.
What was the person's name?
He says a Chinese man called Hong or Kong, something like that. In fact, I think I even heard that an actor, what's his name, Ralph Finley, goes there sometimes. Ooh, we got a name.
Spell the last name.
Finley. So who is Ralph Finley? Have we heard his name yet?
I could not read and write at the same time.
I don't see his name on here. Huh. I mean, that was good. We got some leads. Awesome.
We still don't know who James and Maria met at lunch at Simpsons too.
If we can find Simpsons, I don't
know. I'm keeping that because the stuff that we missed last time, it was something like very small.
Okay, so now that we have a few names, I'm wondering if there's anything in here now. I don't think there's anything in the paper, to be honest with you. Then again, why would they put it in here if there was nothing?
Did you say Bar of Gold? I'm just making sure I heard that right.
Bar of Gold, yeah. I don't know where that is though, or if it's a bar or what.
I know, that's what I'm looking.
I honestly don't see anything in this paper. Ooh, there's a musical show at the Covent Garden Theater. Maybe we should check that out. Maybe that.
Bar of Gold.
This has kind of something to do with theater.
So, Bar of Gold is a public house.
Okay. Yeah, that's the only thing I see in this paper that has anything to do with theater. Okay. Should we go to the Bar of Gold?
Absolutely.
Where is that?
33 Southeast.
33 Southeast? I don't know why I keep going backwards. Okay. We enter the famous bar with its subdued lighting. Before we're able to make it 3 steps in, 2 gorillas almost 7 feet tall bar our way. Think you're in the wrong place, guys. This place isn't good for your health. But leave before we throw you out. It seems obvious that we don't have another choice but to get out of here. Nothing. That was bust. That was nothing. Should we try another informant, or do we have...
I have Ralph Finley.
Oh, you have him?
Mm-hmm.
96 West Central. Let's go there. All right. We're at Ralph Finley's house. Watson knocks on the door to Ralph Finley's apartment for the 3rd time. The door finally opens. A young boy of about 16 years of age is standing in the doorway, staring defiantly at us. "So Ralph Finley there?" asks Watson. "Who is asking?" says the boy. Watson hands him his card. He takes it, holds it upside down, examines it with squinted eyes, and finally allows us to enter the room. "Wait here." All of the room's windows are covered with heavy curtains, hiding the light from the sun.
This is a drug den.
Only a group of candles standing on a large oaken table in the middle of the room illuminate us. Either that or he's a vampire. They bring in vampires into this game.
This is another game we're playing.
Watson brings our attention to a strong and acrid smell, easily recognizable. Opium. He says. Near the candles, we can see a few pipes. The floor is littered with pillows and low tables. Oriental paintings, most of them erotic, are hanging here and there on the walls. The entire room has an Asian look to it. Did Kong send you? We turn around and see a young man wearing a brocaded blue silk bathrobe ornamented by a red dragon. Wow, I can see that in my head.
Well, that guy's name came back up, Kong.
Yeah. Coming closer, we realize that he's actually older than he looks at first. I told Kong that I'd take care of it. I don't know any Kong. I'm here about William Razor. Watson interrupts him. Willie, what happened to him? I'm afraid he's dead. Dead? But how? Murdered. He was shot. Who did that? That's what we're trying to find out. Was it Nicola? Oh, his name came up again. Don't tell me it was Nicola. Savellini? No, we don't think he's implicated. Why are you asking us that? What a relief. He's so nice. It was stupid of me to think he could have done anything. Why did you suspect him? Suspect him? No, that dear Nicola is hot-blooded, like all Latin people. But he wouldn't hurt a fly. Finley wears a thick layer of makeup, but it isn't enough to hide the pockets under his eyes and his tiredness. He wields words, not weapons. They argued horribly before Willie left the show. It was frightening to see these 2 admirable gentlemen quarrel about me. Do the police know who killed that brave Willie? They've arrested a young actor, Sidney Chaplin. We believe they've got the wrong culprit. Maybe we could get settled more comfortably to discuss it, says Finley with a lascivious smile. You know who could have wanted to kill Mr. Razor? Few people liked Willie much. He didn't care about other people's feelings, but I can't think of anyone who would have wanted him harmed that badly. He had his good sides. You know, Dr. Watson, I also have my good sides. Would you be interested in discovering them? What? Thank you for your time, Mr. Finley. If we have other questions, we'll let you know. I'll wait for news from you.
I was not taking opium.
Huh?
I said I was not taking opium.
Okay, so what did we get from all this? Did we get anything that...
It's a drug den. He asked, did Kong send us? He said that he had told Kong that he would take care of it, whatever it was. He asked, was it Nicola? He said that Nicola and Razor had fought about Fenley, like him himself. And I just put that he was helpful. Hey, Duchess, how you doing?
Hey, Duchess. We're just doing another case. Hopefully we can finish this one tonight. But I don't know.
No, I'm not feeling that great, actually. I think I'm coming down with a sinus infection, so I've been taking meds all day.
I told her she didn't have to come
Yeah,
on
he
stream.
told me not to come on, but if I start feeling bad, then I'll go away. I'm gonna go grab some creamer. I'm gonna grab more coffee.
I mean, he implicated Sabellini.
Yeah. He said that they had fought about, him himself, which is a drug dealer, so obviously they were both on opium.
We need to find the restaurant that they were at.
Yeah, I'm not gonna overdo it, I promise. I started sounding like this when we got off stream last night. It just hasn't gone away yet. I'm taking meds.
Yeah, we do stream a lot, but I think we took Saturday and Sunday off, and I think we only do this for a few hours.
Yeah.
But I mean, with everything going on out there in the world, I mean, there's really not much else to do.
Well, now I get to digital teach.
Digital teach, yay! So we need to find... I'm going to go to 30 West Central, because that's where the theater in the newspaper...
You're going where?
30 West Central. Let's see if anything's there.
31 West Central?
No, 30.
Oh.
It's right there. Okay, this is nothing much. It says we're producing Miss Lily Longtree. We ran enough ads in the papers. That's all it says. We need to find this restaurant. And it can't have been too far from the theater. It's hard to really know.
Did you say... Oh, no, that's the one you just did.
Yeah, I already did that one.
And we looked up the two theaters. Hi, Luke. How are you?
Hello, Luke.
I'm not feeling my greatest today, but we're doing good so far. And I'm curious about this Kong character. Like, I don't know exactly how to look him up.
Well, they said that it was a someplace
a den
in the southeast. But I mean,
which is where Bar Gold was too. So where is 33 Southeast?
33 Southeast is right here.
All right, so it says that the den is also in the southeast. Is there anything that says like Kong Street? Maybe. I mean, maybe it's not the guy's name.
I mean, that's pretty hard to figure out. There's a lot of names on here.
Well, what's around here? None of these buildings have names.
Train station, military prison, South London Palace of Amusements, whatever that is.
Yeah, I'm just losing my voice a little bit. I was losing it yesterday as we ended the stream. I've been feeling a lot of sinus pressure lately, so I'm positive it's a sinus infection. That's what I'm taking meds for.
Maybe something with foreign affairs, or we already went to Porgy.
Yeah, foreign affairs would be like battles between countries, I would think. Oh, you got to play Wingspan? Yeah, Drew did beat me yesterday by having more food because he had an amazing food generator going on.
Yeah, I won. I won by having 2 more food than she did.
Yeah.
Which it was a good engine because I was getting food.
He never had to go and actually get food.
Yeah. My engine just gave me food. So I was like, okay.
And then some of it even gave me food, so like I was never going to get food.
Yeah, so either. I had that Raven where I had it.
Okay.
And I built up the grasslands to where I had a whole bunch of just stuff happening as I went. And at the very end, I would remove an egg to get 2 resources or 2 food, and I never had to go up to that top row. So it was good. It was a decent engine that I built. That's what I was thinking going into the foreign affairs. Let's try 30. Oh, there's a lot. All right, I'm gonna go talk to Henry Ellis. Source of information on current events, most notably for foreign affairs. So maybe we can find this Kong fellow.
You think he's going to be like a highly looked after character, though?
I don't know.
I mean, he's a drunk guy.
It doesn't hurt to try.
Alright, hang on. Where are we going now?
We're going to one of the informants.
Okay, which one?
Henry Ellis.
Okay.
He's a journalist. Alright. Ellis has brought in Oswald Cray, the theater critic from the Times. Oswald, says Henry to the famous journalist. These people are friends, but they're investigating the murder of William Razor. Do you have some information which might be able to help them? I can tell you what I know, but I'm not a man about town writer like Langdale Pike. What? Okay, whoever that is.
What?
Langdale Pike? Oh, that's another guy on the informal list. What interests me are the intrigues happening on stage, not off of it. We understand perfectly, says Watson. First off, I must say that what impressed me the most about this play is that it managed to get done. Oliver has so many troubles these days that I didn't think he still had the money required to finance a play in the West End. Financial issues. What type of trouble? The financial kind. See?
Right.
He tried to open a series of theaters in the north. Liverpool, Manchester, Leeds, they all went under. I had heard that Oliver was down to his last penny, so I was surprised that he could start such an important play, moreover with such an actor as known as Razor. Maybe he hoped to repay his losses, put an end to his bad luck streak, suggests Watson. I'm sure that is what he hoped, but a theatrical play is a risky gamble. The costs are quite high. The salaries of the actors and the staff, the location of the theater, the insurance, the ads, etc. All of these expenses come in long before the play's premiere.
Did it.
And it requires many months of performances for a show to be profitable. Look at what happened to Henry VIII. He produced plays? No, I'm talking about Razor's play, Henry VIII. It was the season's sensation 2 years ago, but it was a production with a very high cost. The money started to come in at the end of the 8th month, right when Razor decided to drop everything and go back to America. Oliver replaced Razor with another actor, but the play had to be interrupted for a month. Oliver lost a lot, and yet they're still working together. Yes, there's no business like show business, says Gray. Okay, so there's some money issues.
I put Oliver is broke, and Razor left one play previously, which made Oliver lose money.
Huh.
I mean, Oliver was like saying, oh, all these competitions, blah, 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 but there was no competition.
So is there a Liverpool theater that we can go to, maybe?
I think so.
I thought there was.
Why should be
Do
we have any leads from last time? Anyone else been murdered? No, nobody else has died yet?
Not yet. No one else has been murdered yet.
Is it Liverpool?
Yeah. He mentions Liverpool, Manchester, Leeds, all that.
We're assuming they're theaters?
I mean, I'm sure they're theaters.
But if they close, then they're probably not going to be here. Oh, I got a Liverpool Street. That's a station. I don't see any of them there. If they closed down because he wasn't successful, they're not going to be there. Liverpool, Manchester, and Leeds are all cities in the north of England. Thank you, Luke.
So the money started to roll in on Henry VIII's Razor's last play.
Yeah. But then he left to go to
At the end of the 8th month, right when Razor decided to drop everything and go back to America. So he started to get money, and then he was like, peace, I'm out.
Peace, I'm out.
So.
Just ignore them. Oh. They're not in the area that we're in.
Okay. Okay, so that was pretty good for that.
Yeah,
so,
we know that Oliver has money issues, which we didn't assume he had money issues, but we assumed that he sounded suspicious when he said that there was more competition, but there wasn't. Yeah,
he did say that there was competition.
If he turns out to be a twin, I'm not playing this game anymore.
He did say he was happy to see us because he wants to find Wiggins
because Wiggins is the understudy.
Yeah. So
maybe he killed him because he was gonna go away again once he had all this money. And
I don't know. But he's pretty sus for.
Maybe he's in debt to somebody, so that's why he left. Just as it was starting to make more money to avoid attracting the attention of the debtors.
Maybe. I mean, if there's drugs involved, opium and the Chinese, then there's got to be something.
We have nothing against the Chinese. It's just a story.
No, this is the story. This is the story. All right, so it's getting a little deeper now with the drugs again. Who else do we have on the informants that can give us something?
Well, he did mention Pike, which is the social columnist.
Should we go see Longdale Pike?
Knows all the rumors of which are running through London society. I mean, yeah.
Where's that at?
2 Southwest.
2 Southwest. Okay. Oh, here's another long one. All right. Langdale Pike greets us theatrically, as usual, and sits us in turn on chairs set in a circle. Watson is placed immediately to his right and is Pike's center of attention. He's got awe activated.
Oh, no. They don't know about that story. That poor DM. I feel so bad for him.
So I guess we can tell that story.
We're going to tell the story. Okay.
So we're playing Vampire Masquerade. And she has this skill called awe, which
makes people instantly attract to me.
No, that they're just focused on you more than anybody in the room.
Yeah.
And so our DM is like playing his role. And then he stops. He stops and goes, I just want to make sure you're comfortable because I keep staring at you because I'm trying to be in character. Because you have awe activated. And everyone's like...
And we're all like laughing because it's hilarious.
It was so funny.
He's like, I feel so weird doing this in front of your husband. And I was like, it's just a story. It's fine.
Yes, exactly. You're a light to the moths.
Oh, no. Let's talk about how my husband made me bait to this werebear that's coming after us.
No, that was a good play.
I can't awe the werebear.
Who said it was a bear, anyway?
I don't know.
I got a feeling it's a werewolf. Anyway, different game. Watson is placed immediately to his right and Pike's center of attention.
Luke. Shush.
Watson, you so rarely honor me with your visits. Holmes isn't with you? I thought you were inseparable. Inseparable. He said it weird. Langdale, Holmes isn't the subject, answers Watson as he blushes. A dispute in the couple? Tell me, I want to know everything. Pike is jubilant while applauding with both hands. I'd rather hope that you would give me information about Razor's murder, answers Watson with a glacial tone. Langdale pouts disappointingly and lets Watson continue. We suppose for the moment that the murderer would be a member of the company. It isn't the young chaplain? I don't believe so, answers Watson. He hands Langdale the program. What can you tell us about the members of the troupe? Langdale examines the program attentively. It's a long list, Watson, with many stories to tell. We're here for that. I'll try not to fail my reputation then. What do you want to know? Langdale adjusts his position in his sofa, preparing himself to our questions. To start off, what can you tell us about Razor? William Razor was a popular American actor who came to London to perform once in a while. 2 years ago, he wrote and played Henry VIII for 8 months straight. He has a reputation for being demanding and quick to anger. Hard to get along with. In Henry VIII, he evidently held the main role, and Sabellini played Wolsey. As in the play, the two came into conflict for various reasons, political and sentimental. Sentimental? Sentimental. Love life. Affaire d'amour. Who was the woman involved? If they say the woman...
I was listening and I was trying to write.
Watson, as Holmes would say, you see, but... Am I reading that right? But you're not observing. The other member of this love triangle was Ralph Finley.
Excuse me?
I was wrong.
Oh, that's why they were fighting. That's what he was saying, that they were fighting over him.
Ralph Finley, the child actor? I don't understand. You mean that the oldest child actor in the world, interrupts Langdale. A young rogue, ripe for all sorts of villainy. Razor and Sabellini used to partake in the love that dare not speak its name.
Oh.
As Oscar Wilde would say, I'm sure that you have yourself frequented a few young beauties in your time. They can be as mean and jealous no matter what their gender. And this drama is still going on? I thought it belonged in the past until Peter Hetherington's soiree, at which Razor and Sabellini had both been invited. As the witching hour came, they came to blows under the veranda. No one knows why. They both left the house in a hurry with a black eye and bruised ego. The tension between them still seems to be there, even now. That's all for Razor and Sabellini. Those two have made efforts to hide their passions. Leslie and Beeston have built their reputation on the publicity of their love life. They have become the most popular couple thanks to the series of Vanderbilt-esque comedies. Their life on stage looks like their daily life, or is that the other way around? For Weber, it's another story, a real Don Juan. I know from a reliable source that he once frequented 4 women at the same time, each feeling as happy as a young newlywed. I don't have much to say about the Chaplin brothers or Clara Oldmixon. However, I'd have a lot to tell about the man called Wiggins, says Langdale with a knowing smile. We all break out laughing. What can you tell us about the producer and the director? Asks Watson, regaining his composure. If everyone was like Betancourt, I'd have to change jobs. He's boring. When he's not at the theater, he's at home, in Hampstead, I believe, with his wife and child, or children, no matter. Daniel Oliver always seems to be on the point of making a fortune or losing everything. Many years ago, he had a liaison with Marie Leslie. Ooh. Before she was married to Beeston. Rumor says the two are still intimately linked. Well then.
Leslie and
Oliver.
Yeah.
The director, producer, whatever he is. But she's married to Beeston, though.
That doesn't mean anything.
Where does that rumor come from? Me, of course, says Langdale as he laughs. They have been seen having dinner together more than once. But they claim they were discussing the possibility of a role in one of Oliver's future productions. Langdale, sometimes I wonder if you don't invent half of what you talk about.
I wonder if that was the friend they were with at Simpsons.
Maybe. What can you tell us about the others? He thinks while looking at the program again. The only person I know is Lawrence Beckwith, another young star in the world of theater. Lawrence Beckwith? Watson answers, surprised. Yes, he doesn't have the flamboyant lifestyle of other artists, but it's said that he likes men over women. I don't know if I should thank you for all this information, Watson. I'm sure you'll find a way to help me out in turn.
All right, that was a whole lot of information.
That was a lot of information.
Was not coming through.
Yeah, he knows everybody's private dealings.
So the only thing I literally wrote down was that Razor was a popular actor. He's demanding and quick to anger. That Ralph Finley was in a love triangle with Nicola and Razor. And that Leslie and Oliver could possibly still be a thing. But there was a lot going on there. And I was trying to listen and write at the same time.
I tell you, when there's a lot to read, there's a lot to read.
And I don't want to make sure I miss anything.
Whew. I really don't know where this case is going, to be honest with you. So now we have a love triangle. We know
drug dealer.
We know Finley does opium because we saw the equipment on the table. So maybe Finley and Razor were still together or doing business? Oh boy. Alright, so where do we want to go now?
I don't know.
We didn't get any real information.
Besides what I wrote down. I mean, there was this fight here, but I didn't really say anything about that except, it was a fight.
I don't know who Peter Hetherington is. Maybe we should go see who that is.
I didn't even write that name down. Where's it at?
Right there. Peter Hetherington. I mean, they were at a party at this person's house, so I don't know. That's where they had a fight.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe we can find him.
Doesn't have much to say about Chapel Brothers or Clara. Wiggins, they started laughing, so nobody said anything about Wiggins.
But all that stuff down here was just gossip, though, I think.
I know, but it still could be something.
That stuff with Leslie and Beaton, or that dude, I think.
Leslie and Oliver?
Yeah, it just seems like it's all gossip, though.
Yeah, but you don't want to throw anything out. Remember the whole other case.
Yeah.
Did we want to look up Lawrence Beckwith?
Yeah, I know that
So he explained that to me as I was
Yeah.
like waking up from my stupor.
So, for me personally, I retain more information when I read.
Well, with the app, you don't have to have it read it to you. You can still read it on the app.
Okay, but
you don't have to flip through the book.
All right. Well, either way, I mean, if I get the app, then I'll do it also. I'll read it.
Or you can use the book, and I can download the app and read it for myself.
I retain information better when I read it than when I hear it, which is how I was brought up in school, to write everything or to read everything.
Well, see, when I went to school, the teacher would talk, and you had to write everything down. That's why, like, I take the notes and stuff because I retain it that way.
When I went to I went to a school for electrical and air conditioning and stuff like that, and one of my instructors was like, "If you write everything I tell you, you will know everything by the end of the block, the session." And I did. I had notebooks full of stuff, and it was crazy.
And this is true because when we went to his parents this summer, he still had notebooks of stuff from school.
Yeah, I had notebooks. And, I mean, I'm still pretty good with electrical and,
We also need to write down this name, I think. Another young star in the world of theater.
Yeah, we could go talk to him.
I was just reading over everything. Yeah, see, that's what he was trying to not do too, because he's like, I don't know how to do these numbers. So she was showing the other one today, the one that her and I think she said her niece had done, and that one's so interesting because you start out with a character, but you start out with a flaw as well. Like, so you can't go to a certain place to do a certain thing. You can't listen, or you can't do fingerprints, or you can't do something, and that looked pretty cool.
All right, so I'm going to look through here to see if there's anything else. I do like those games. I do, but I get so frustrated when you get to a brick wall that you can't get past, even when you look at the hints. Because we went through all the hints. We even did,
I backtracked through everything.
We even linked through the hints, through the numbers, and I still couldn't find it. So either we missed something crucial to moving forward, which I don't think we did, because we went through all of the passages more than once.
We both went through them.
We both did, and we still were locked out of the progression. So I don't know what happened, but when a game does that, I just completely block it out of my life. Just like, nope, never again, goodbye. But, I mean, if you get on stream with us and we have a new set of eyes and a new brain to help with it, then I may rethink playing it. I mean, I'll try it again.
We were on the second chapter.
Yeah, second chapter. The first chapter was super easy.
It was, we just flew past.
It was sort of like a intro to it. It shows you how to do stuff and what happens, but then when you get to the second one, it's like, so what do we do now? Like, there's only so much you can possibly do, because you've already pretty much looked at everything before you reach the second chapter. But apparently we didn't look hard enough. Alright.
I got those two addresses.
Ooh. Which one is it? Peter... let's look at Peter Hetherington. 90 Northwest?
Yep.
Ooh, I almost passed it. Here's another long one. You guys ready?
I'm all ready.
Well, I'm gonna drink me if I can open it. Are you feeling any better at all since waking up and drinking coffee?
These cough drops seem to help. I think I need another bag.
We'll get them tomorrow. All right. Peter Hetherington lets us in with a bow. He's a good-looking young man in his 20s, his black hair swept back on a smiling face. He wears a black and violet velvet jacket. Well, that's hard to say. Mr. Hetherington, Peter, please. Can I offer you tea or some coffee? Thank you, but no. We only have a few questions. We were given to believe that there was an altercation between William Razor and Nicola Sabellini. Hetherington's face darkens and his voice takes a lower tone solemn. You're investigating William's death. He wasn't an easy man to get along with, but I'll mourn him. About the other night, yes, I took it on myself to try and bring my two friends closer. Apparently, they weren't ready for that. Can you tell us what happened? There's not really much to say. They ignored each other for most of the evening. Then they went to the veranda together. Blows and words were traded before they came back in the house, furious. However, my understanding was that they kept on working together. Yes, there was a tension between them, but they acted like the great professionals that they were. If you want my opinion, I think these two appreciated the drama of their conflict. His eyes sparkles again. It was appealing in a way. Do you have any idea who could have killed Razor? I thought they had caught that young actor red-handed. Hetherington's voice shows growing surprise. We don't think he's guilty, despite appearances. William was rather annoying, but to the point of killing him, I don't see who would do that. Thank you for hosting us. With pleasure. I hope to see you again soon. As he escorts us to the door, the young man's smile has a lascivious something to it.
Hmm. Okay, what did we learn from that? Just that they did fight in the veranda. He invited both of them over.
Yeah, he tried to get them closer together. They pretty much ignored each other most of the evening. Then they went to the veranda and just instantly fought. I didn't get anything else from that, to be honest.
Yeah. Alright. 57, southeast.
Southeast. What am I looking at? East Central. Lawrence Beckwith greets us in his workshop. In his 40s, he dressed in a dark green velvet jacket.
Everybody's
He's
wearing
well-built
velvet.
and smiling. Good day, my friends and I are investigating Mr. Razor's murder, begins Watson. I suppose that you've heard about the arrest of Sidney Chaplin? We don't think he's guilty, and I was wondering if you'd have any information which could help us. Beckwith shakes his head. What a story. The Chaplin brothers are good boys. This makes no sense, but I don't know what to tell you. I arrived early to meet Betancourt and Richard Essex, but I left mid-morning. We've been a part of the London theatre scene for a long time. Would you know who would want to kill Razor? You're joking. Many people wanted Razor dead, but I can't see who could have done it. He was egocentric to the extreme. He had no consideration for the repercussions of his actions on the lives of others. He did whatever he wanted. Look at the program of any of his plays and you'll have the start of a list of suspects. Thanks for everything. If anything else comes to mind, contact us. So, a lot of people in the industry wanted to off him, but, I mean, that really doesn't mean anything. Did you find anything useful in there? I think maybe, he said look Look at the program of any of his plays, and you'll have the start of a list of suspects. I think that's a clue.
Yeah, I feel like that's very, but the whole, he met with, Betancourt in Essex and left bed mid-morning. Was it in that?
Was that the couple that went out and met someone at the restaurant? Was that it? Maybe. So we need to figure out what other plays he was in. We know Henry VIII, but we don't know where.
Okay, yeah, for, Richard, it says arrived early to talk to Beckwith. So that was that person. I just want to make sure there's two stories added up.
So like I said, we have to find something else.
But who is this person? Why am I not like remembering who the heck that is? Is that the director? Yeah, that's the director.
Yeah.
So he met with the director and he met with yeah.
So we know he's been in a whole bunch of plays, but which one? Like where? I don't know.
All right, Luke. We hope you have a good night. Aw, no, we completely understand. Maybe on Tuesdays we'll stream earlier for you if we can.
I mean, you can.
I don't know.
You can always go back and watch it and follow along. I mean, I don't mind that at all. But you got a baby to take care of and another kid and life.
Yeah.
It's just life. Life is more important than anything we do. So you take care of that. So you have a good night. Go get some rest and go take care of life. Go.
Go.
Go. All right.
Yeah, I just want to make sure there's stories added up. Luke said, yeah, that would be great. We streamed earlier.
I mean, we could.
We could possibly stream 1 hour earlier.
Yeah, especially if it's a game like this.
Well, just because your work schedule too.
Yeah, but this game doesn't take up a lot of setup time, so it's just like kind of like plop, and that's it. So.
Yeah, we'll see you later.
I don't know. I am at a.
Don't know who to go to next.
Yeah, I don't know who to go to next. I feel like we go to like everything that we can, and then we come to a big old block.
Yeah. We still haven't found that.
Should we go see if there's an autopsy?
Well, I'm saying we still haven't found where the Kong Den is in the southeast.
Yeah, we don't know.
We assume that he Fenley owes him money.
Can we look?
Or he takes care of something. He has to take care of something.
Can you look in the directory and we can go through all the theaters to see if we can hit something?
I mean, I can.
I mean, I feel like.
But do remember that Finley said, I told Kong I'd take care of it. So we got to figure out what that is, too.
Yeah, but I don't think it's.
I don't want to hear I don't think crazy. Because.
I mean, if they were all like lovey-dovey with each other, then.
Yeah.
The Apollo.
Do we do the Allegra?
Yeah, that's the one we went to.
Oh, okay.
Well, there's nothing for that one. Covert Guard, we already went to. Drury Lane, did we go there?
I don't know.
What is that? 31 Southwest?
West Central.
West Central?
No. Yep.
Yeah, I believe we did.
I mean, I'm sure I wrote it down if we did.
Yeah, we did. Because Brian Smith was there. That's where we were. That's where
that's where this case is. Okay. Oh yeah, it's the first thing. No. Elephant and Castle, 13 Southeast.
See, if we were really
scoring this, it would be terrible.
Yeah, we would not be doing well.
13 Southeast,
nothing.
4 Southwest, nothing. Possibly. Nope.
Nope.
18,
we already went there.
63 Southwest.
I do not believe there's anything there. Nope.
11 Northwest.
Nope.
And 15 Northwest.
Nope. Alright, so that was a bust. It's a good try, though. It was a good try. But, that didn't get us anywhere. Let's go to the medical examiner. I mean, maybe he died from the opium and not the bullet. I don't know.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I would die from being shot in the eye.
Shot dead, only one bullet. Shot straight in the eye, says Meeks. In the eye? Quick death. The bullet came from below, going upwards, and lodged itself in the brain. Well, that brings some new news.
38 East Central.
Time Roller.
Hey, you.
What are you doing, Time Roller? Come on now.
Is this where we are? Where are we at?
You did not have to subscribe to us, man.
Did he really?
Yes.
Time Roller.
Unless you really hate commercials.
Maybe that's why
you did not have to do that.
Alright, so tell me what happened at this place. You.
A quick death. The bullet came from below, going upwards.
Okay.
What's the time of death? Between noon and 1. Huh. Hard to be more precise. Well, that sort of...
So the bullet came from below and shot him in the eye?
From below, going upwards, and lodged itself in the brain. What have you discovered during your autopsy, doctor? There are signs of regular and sustained opium use. I don't know what to tell you. Lestrade told me the version from the man he arrested. I don't think the murder could have happened as he describes it. There are no signs of powder burn around the wound. So the pistol had to be at least 3 feet away from the victim. That doesn't match the young man's testimony. Thank you, Dr. Meeks. You're always a great help, concludes Watson enthusiastically. Okay, so new information.
Now, why did we go here first?
Yeah. So this is the medical examiner. So nothing he says could possibly be a lie.
Yeah.
In this game. So he was shot from about 3 feet away.
From below?
From below.
So he had to be like under the bed?
No, but I don't know. I don't think, there's no way. Because he was shot, like, straight up, through the eye, and lodged into the brain.
How is that possible if...
Maybe it was Sydney.
He was the only one that was close to him. I'm sure that there was somebody, but they would notice if somebody was between them.
There's got to be something. I do hate commercials. I'm sorry, if I can turn the commercials off, I would.
Yeah. From below the floor?
Well, they were in the dressing room, so I don't think there's a. I don't know. I mean, is there a below underneath the dressing rooms on a stage?
Aren't the dressing rooms typically above the stage, anyways?
The dressing rooms are typically on the side stage.
Yeah, there was obviously somebody else there.
Yeah.
Um,
So Sydney is not telling us everything, I think. So that was a good one. Let's go to compiles legal and criminal documents. Maybe there's something there. I mean, might as well try. Oh, it's closed today. Sorry. Somerset House, it archive of birth, death, marriages, and wills to be consulted.
If he was laying down, the shooter could be standing at his feet. That's true.
That is true. That is very true.
He wasn't bad.
So maybe Sydney wasn't telling us the truth?
I don't know. Everybody seems to think that Sydney didn't do it. Yeah, I definitely feel that. Due to lockdown, we will be closed all week due to Corona. He's not paying attention.
What?
What time Mueller said?
Right? Okay. We already went to Porky, Henry Ellis. We did that. Quentin. We went there, right?
Mm-hmm. That's the first journalist we went to, yeah.
Oh, wait, no, we didn't. So you're investigating the murder of William Razor, aren't you? Says Hogg after the usual greeting of our old friend. I'm not very familiar with the world of theater. I've seen the names of a few known actors in the articles, but I don't know any. What can you tell us about opium, Mr. Hogg? Do you know of actors who use it? Watson, my friend? I don't think that the vices are reserved to an artistic group or profession. In my opinion, there are as many actors who smoke opium as in any other imaginable profession. I don't think I have any information which could help you, but I'm always happy to see you. Bust.
You need love bug. No, you're in your PJs. We're going to do dinner after this.
What are we doing? What are we cooking?
I want to cook.
Alright, so I went to Mycroft Holmes.
Okay.
Source of information for everything to do with government and politics. I don't know if that has anything to do with anything. Mycroft looks at the crowd coming and going in Pall Mall through the window. It's been 5 minutes since Watson has revealed the facts concerning Razor's murder. Since then, the silence reigning in the visitors' room of the Diogenes Club is as absolute as the one imposed in the club itself. Well then, Watson, says Mycroft as he turns to us. What you told me leaves little place for any hypothesis other than the obvious ones, meaning that Razor was killed and that young Chaplin has been framed to take the blame. Which brings us to two equally obvious questions. What's the reason behind Razor's murder? Or was the point to frame Chaplin? How to choose? I don't know. I don't have enough information, but if you could answer these two questions, you should be close to the solution. Thanks.
What was the second question? Was it to frame?
Was the point to frame Chaplin? Which we haven't heard anything about any ill will towards Chaplin, so I don't know. It's mostly been towards the love triangle with these actors. Huh.
By the time Miller said, did you check the newspaper for celebrities? Like he had just said.
I mean, I haven't seen any names in here. Yeah.
Nothing in theater or.
The only things in theaters that I found.
Well, it said that not just people in theater use it, so anybody like in general. I don't know.
I don't see anything in this paper that really helps.
It's weird because we haven't had to use the paper at all.
We could, yeah, we did use it on the last case because it had that one guy's name in it. We found out where he died and all that.
We still need to figure out.
Okay, so there's a lot of BS in this newspaper, so that's all I'm reading.
We still need to figure out what Finley was going to take care of for Kong.
There's an ad for wheelchairs. Maybe that'll help.
Look, I just have a sore throat. I don't need a wheelchair.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything in that paper. Okay.
Did we ever find Brian Smith?
Oh, there's so many names. There's so many names. I don't know. That's the doorman?
No.
See, I don't know his name.
Oh, yes. Yeah, so we did talk to him. Right. Because I ended up finding out.
Maybe the telegraph thing. Because didn't someone have like a telegram or something? Or
oh, yeah. So you weren't here, Time Lord, but yeah. Fenley and Razor and Nikolai were in a love triangle.
okay, so here's the telegrams office. Yes, sir, we keep copies of all telegrams. The young man behind the counter doesn't look up from the stack of papers he's sorting. Wondering if you could check to see if you have a copy of the telegram that was sent to me yesterday. The doorman misplaced it. To the general surprise, Watson places a crown on the counter. The man's eyes finally rise to the stop on the silver coin. What name and address? Daniel Oliver, Drury Lane Theater, says Watson. The young man goes to a row of suspended folders on the back wall, takes one, and starts to examine the papers within. He finally pulls out a sheet, which he hands to Watson. I can't give you this copy, but I can show it to you. That'll be fine. Telegram is sent by William Japes, 39 Aldergate Street, London, EC. So we got a new name.
So the last name Jake.
Japes.
And the address?
39 EC.
Okay.
And it says, Sylvester is giving you until the 5th. Have the money or everything is lost. William.
Oh.
So whoever that is sent that to Daniel Oliver. So Daniel Oliver was in debt to somebody.
I bet it was Kong.
And his name is Sylvester. It says Sylvester.
I mean, that could just be...
So should we go see this William Japes? 39 EC. Or, I mean, you could just write 37 EC telegram.
Yeah. Or I can just write it down so I don't have to look it up because you have the book.
Okay. Which will be quick because it's already here, but it's a very short paragraph, so it might not help much.
You eating toast? Man, he was eating donuts last night. I want a donut so bad. He always eats yummy food on
Donuts! Alright, so let's go see who that is.
We're in a 39?
Yeah, 39 East Central. So, whoever Sylvester is, Oliver owes money. Wait, no.
Tone, stop.
Well, why is their name William on here? Oh, because that's the guy's name. That's who sent it.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have a Sylvester. We don't know who that is.
No.
Have we talked to anyone named Sylvester?
No.
39 EC. Yes, I'm Daniel Oliver's lawyer. How may I help you, sir? We're investigating the murder of William Razor. Could you give us some information on the affairs of Mr. Oliver? Out of the question. If you have questions of that nature, you'd better ask them to Mr. Oliver himself. Good day. Well, that...
He was a lawyer?
Yeah. So the lawyer sent that to Daniel Oliver. So the lawyer is pretty sus. The lawyer knows something. So we gotta find a Sylvester.
Yeah.
I still say we have to find something from that one guy that told us to check his other playbills from his past performances. I think that was a heck of a clue that we have not followed.
Yeah, I think it just means the list of actors that were in the play.
But how do we find that? We already checked all of the...
I think that was just pinpointing that it's somebody on that list.
No, but he said check the other list.
To see, like, who's common?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we know that the one guy is common. The love triangle guy. This guy's name is Sylvester. I understand that's not his last name, but I mean, maybe it could be. But about it.
All right, let's go to. This is the only one I have not gone to.
Wait, Sylvester?
Yeah.
There's a Sylvester Bank.
I don't know. That sounds like a name, not a place.
I'm looking it up in here, and
what is the number to it then?
84 East Central. This is like in the pages. It's not like a person. It's not a thing.
Man, I really wish this books came with letters on the side that told you where the what was it? 30?
84 East Central.
Something here.
Okay, so smart.
We wait a few minutes before being led to the offices of the president of the Sylvester. Thank you for meeting us, Mr. Long, says Watson while shaking his hand of the graying and portly gentleman. If you're helping Mr. Holmes in his investigation, I'll be glad to give you my assistance. We're investigating the murder of William Razor. We have been led to believe that Daniel Oliver has been in business with your bank. The president is quite quiet for a few moments. He pinches the bridges of his nose and passes his hand through his hair. I need to respect the privacy of our clients, as assured by professional confidentiality. However, as it's a murder, I can tell you that Mr. Oliver is indeed having financial difficulties. I'm afraid I can't give you any more details. Okay, I mean, we already knew that. So there's two places we have not checked in the informant section.
Well, I just wanted to make sure we
followed
through that.
That was fine. There's two places we have not checked. Lomax was the librarian at the London Library. I don't know why we need to go there, but... And the Central Carriage Depot. Should we go to the Carriage Depot, see what's going on?
I mean, maybe.
We're going to exhaust everything we have. 5 West Central. All right, they don't have anything.
Okay.
All right.
Where's that
Library,
going?
5 Southwest. Oh, man. Okay. Ooh, I was able to find an old program for the play you told me about. Lomax hands us this paper. You see?
Well, the library keeps a lot more than just books. They keep newspapers.
Well, I thought
and
it
all
was
sorts
just.
of things.
I thought it was a traditional library.
Not like back then.
Henry VIII, a play in 3 acts by William Razor. Producer Daniel Oliver. Director Jack Vernon. So Henry VIII was played by William Razor, of course. Wolsey, Nicola Sabellini. Catherine was Elizabeth Gardiner. Cranmer, Ian Macaulay. Cromwell was Robert Russell. Anne was Vivian Leland. Moore was Thomas Courtney. Edward was Ralph Finley.
Oh, wow. There's Finley again, too.
There's Finley again.
All right, let me write these names
So-
down and stuff.
Sabellini and Finley were in it.
Yeah, but somebody else's name was familiar, too.
Was it?
Yeah. All right, run through the names again really fast.
The ones we don't know? Elizabeth Gardiner?
No.
Ian Macaulay?
No.
Robert Russell?
No.
Vivian Leland?
No.
Thomas Courtney.
No. Huh. Okay. The director is still the same, which we knew that before.
The
What was
director?
the-
No.
What? No?
The director is Jack Vernon. Maybe we should look him up.
I want to write down the names we don't
The producer is the same.
know.
So Daniel Oliver and those 3. Which is the love triangle. That is the last of my coffee, guys.
Oh, no.
It's starting to go downhill from here. I think we should talk to Jack Vernon. Maybe he's got some insight. On
Well, I mean,
all
he
3 of them.
is a director, so maybe he knows about the financial stuff, too, with,
Yeah.
Oliver. Who else?
Is that the thing so I can look up or do something? So that way I don't feel. What's his name?
Jack Vernon.
Does this go by last name?
Last name.
Oh, come on, Paige. Work with me. Oh, he's in here. He is in here. You writing down all the names?
Yeah, just because.
I mean, we can definitely look them up. I mean, it doesn't hurt to. But I think the main one would probably be the producer. The one we don't know. The director. Jack Vernon.
Well, I think the ones that crossover were important.
Yeah, of course, Ralph Finley.
And Nicola.
Sabellini. Razor. The love triangle. And of course, Daniel Oliver, who's the producer, who is
So this is
in money trouble.
crossover. Ralph Finley was a crossover. Sabellini and Razor. They were all crossovers. And we're going to go talk to Jack Vernon. What do you need left? Okay. But yeah, so maybe Jack Vernon might know something about like the love triangle and what they were fighting about. And
So
those sort of
67 Northwest is his
things.
residence.
67 North. Last.
Yep. So let's go talk to him. If I can ever find the page. Alright, here we go. The walls of Jack Vernon's study are covered with posters of theatrical plays he directed. Jack Vernon sits in front of us and answers Watson's first question. Yes, I knew William Razor. When did you see him for the last time? That was 6 weeks ago. We met to have dinner at my club, the Cavendish. Was there a specific reason for this meeting? He wanted me to direct his new play. I told him I had other engagements. So he then hired Mr. Betancourt. No, Mr. Betancourt had already been hired by Oliver, the producer, but William wasn't completely satisfied by that choice. Huh. Why? Various reasons, artistic differences. As we usually say in the business, Razor is a demanding writer and actor. His play was very important to him. So why was Betancourt chosen then? Oliver's money, Oliver's choice. Have you had any news of Razor since your meeting? Yes, about a week ago. He called me late at night in a state of extreme agitation, and I had delirious things to say about the catastrophic direction of his play. It's rather common in the weeks before the premiere. I didn't pay any particular attention to it. He told me that Betancourt was incompetent, an ignorant oaf. He thought that I could pick up the play and fix it. What did you tell him? That was out of the question. As I said previously, Oliver has the last word in the matter of direction. Moreover, I didn't want to have anything to do with William Razor after the disastrous experience of Henry VIII. The arguments with Sabellini about Finley, the abandoning of the production. To tell you the truth, I was surprised that Oliver would work with that man again. Of course, Razor is so egocentric that he never sees himself as a problem. He believes that everyone will jump at the opportunity to direct the great William Razor. He argued with Sabellini. What about? Sorry, there are enough rumor mongers to feed the entire British press. I want no part of that. I don't know. Everything's pointing in like 15 different directions.
I still think it's the producer.
And it's so hard. So was there anything that he said that could point to another place? So it was... Well, the Cavendish is something.
Yeah, I need to write that down. Oh, yeah.
So he wanted Jack Vernon to be the director.
Yeah, he didn't want the guy that currently is the director.
But Oliver hired Betancourt. So Oliver and Razor were butting heads because Razor didn't like the way things were going or the way he was producing the play. But Oliver had the money, so it was Oliver's decision.
Yeah.
I think maybe Razor was planning on bouncing again, and
which is what I said.
And Oliver was like, "No, you're not.
It's like, you ain't going nowhere.
I got insurance on you." But he was shot from down below. So I mean, if Sydney was
okay, so I remember in the bedroom or the dressing room, there was the bed and there was a table that we found stuff on. So if somebody was under that table, he could have been shot from below. If he was hiding under the table.
I mean, I don't know. If he was hiding under the table, then everyone who heard the shot rushed to the room would have seen him underneath the table.
Maybe there's a trapdoor.
Okay.
I don't know.
Look, what we read in the book is the facts that we have. You can't say maybe there was this, maybe there was that.
Okay. We said that same thing in the last thing, and we didn't solve the mystery completely.
Yeah, but all the facts were in the book.
No, we
That's
never
what I'm
found
saying.
anything about.
No, you
the
can't
lady.
create stuff and then say maybe this is what happened.
Well, I had said something about maybe he was shot from another room, and now they're saying that he was shot from below. So maybe it was from below.
It says he was shot at a downward angle, and the range would be about 3 feet. Though that is very short range.
I'm aware, but you dismiss everything I'm saying.
I'm not dismissing it. I'm just saying you can't create things that are not in the book. If you create something that's not in the book, it's always going to lead to the wrong answer. Like you can't say there was a.
I said I thought he was. I said that I thought he was shot from a different room before.
Hey, Legends, what's up? Yeah, I get that, but you have to understand what I'm saying. Like, this book is what we need to solve this case.
Yeah, but with the last case, we never read anything about the guy's mistress.
Because we didn't follow all the leads in the book. That's what I'm saying. Like, this stuff in this book is definite. This is what we have.
It didn't make any hint to what Cavendish was, right?
It was a club.
Oh.
Or he said it was
Okay, yeah, it's a club.
Yeah. But like I'm saying, like if I say, oh, maybe it was a hunting rifle from 30 yards out, there was no mention about a hunting rifle
anywhere. They already said what the weapon was, though.
I'm giving examples. If I say maybe he was shot by a hunting rifle through a window.
How long does one section of this take? It depends. It depends on if you follow all the leads, and we don't go by point system. We just investigate everything we feel like is important.
Yeah, we're not going against Sherlock because that's impossible. We just want to solve the case. And if we do that, then that's a win. So by now, we've already lost, considering the scoring for Sherlock. I'm just saying. Why not?
There's no entry.
Okay.
How long has this one been going? Because the last one was like 3 hours.
This is about 2 hours in now. So I was hoping to finish this tonight, but... I don't know, we have... Is there a gun place? Is there a store with weapons? Because the guy said something about a weapon. We have no information about this weapon at all. We just know it's an air pistol. Because I remember in the last case, they said something about the guy who was murdered loved to read books. And there was a bookstore that we never went to, which led us to other information. Spoiler alert. Sorry. Oh, sorry.
Okay, come on, we'll do our stop. Thank you.
Oh, boy. So nothing? Weapons?
I'm looking.
Maybe in markets?
Well, like you told me to dismiss the bank thing, but I had to actually looked through all the stuff to find that it was Sylvester's bank too.
No, I didn't say dismiss the bank thing. I just said I didn't think it was a bank. It just said the name.
Yeah, like I had to look through all this to actually find it. Air pistol could be shot super close and not leave out. Yeah, that's what the autopsy said.
But we still are not closer to any idea because Sidney Chaplin was literally touching him when the gun went off and that killed Razor.
No, Sidney was laying down and had the gun.
Razor was laying down.
Or Razor was laying down and had the gun and was sleeping.
It was the prop pistol, though, right?
I know. When Sidney woke him up, and then that's when he shot. And so he was trying to get the gun away from him. At any point, I mean, we assume that they were standing up and fighting and trying to take the gun away from him.
But yeah, like I said, like.
So if he's laying down in the bed and there's a floor underneath, I mean, that would be a 3-foot thing.
So you're saying that he was shot from underneath the floor?
Yeah,
or under the bed?
I said something about maybe he was under a bed or a table before. But like you said, if all these people ran in and was like, oh, there's a shot, well, how did he escape? So I don't know.
Should we go talk to Sherlock, see if we're in the right track?
I don't know. I'm still trying to look for like a gun shop or something.
Let's just.
I mean, there's gunsmiths. There's a whole list of gunsmiths, but
Yeah, that's a lot.
I mean, there's only one in West Central, which is where the theater is. I mean, we could do it that way, possibly.
Yeah, what number is that?
28.
28 what?
West Central.
An air pistol? Pistol? An air pistol? Armored Golf thinks for a few moments. Yes, it's rather rare request. I think the last one I sold was over a month ago. Do you remember the man who bought it? If I had him in front of me, maybe. Thanks, man. So, it was over a month ago.
It's premeditated. Is that the right word? Meditated?
Premeditated? Yeah. Well, that was no help, but I'm glad we found something.
I'm trying to think of what else we can go and look at.
I don't know.
Went there. I'm curious.
Should we look up the other names of the other people?
That's what I'm curious about. We did that. Okay, so. But it was telling us that we need to look at the list to compare the names. So I feel like it's one of the people that we already know.
Okay, so we know that Oliver, the producer, was in money trouble. And that Razor has screwed him before.
With another play. Not literally screw this as a sex.
No. No, he screwed him over money-wise. Because he had a play with him, Henry VIII, started making money, and then Razor bounced back to America. Okay? But now he's in another play with him, with a a real life in the story love interest, or the one that was in a love triangle with him and Finley.
So these names, I am not coming up with anything.
So I'm trying to connect things to either someone wanted to kill Razor or somebody wanted to frame Sidney Chaplin. And I can't get the connections.
I'm still looking back on what Ralph Finley said was that he would tell Kong that he would take care of it. We don't know what it is or what he was taking care of or if it's even important, but that keeps coming out. And we have no way of finding this other drug dealer, we assume.
So there's nothing left to really look at? Ew.
I'm going back to like last week's notes too to see.
So we know that Sabellini and Razor and Finley were in a triangle. But I'm thinking more of the money problems and the direction that Razor wanted to take the play, and Oliver's like, no, I'm paying for it. It's going to go my way. I think that maybe
and then
is the
Razor
only
would
connection
have said
that I have.
He wants to leave because it's not going the way he wants, and he's big and bad, and he's important.
And he did say he called Jack Vernon extremely agitated.
So maybe Jack ended up calling the producer and was like, hey, he's talking about leaving again because you're not doing what he wants. And then he got mad and shot him.
Well, he didn't like the fact that Oliver picked Betancourt to direct the play, and he wasn't happy with the direction it was going. And he called Jack Vernon to come and fix it.
But he said he wouldn't do it.
Yeah. So I think there was a little feud going on with Oliver and Razor. But I don't know if it's enough to kill someone over. We don't have like a motive, really. This one's got me a little stumped, so.
Did you say that? No. Never mind.
If there is a motive for Oliver to take Razor out, then I will say, okay, it's definitely Oliver.
Well, I mean, that's what we have to guess.
So where the heck was Oliver throughout this whole thing? So Betancourt arrives at 7:15. Daniel Oliver arrives at 9:45. This is way after everybody else arrives.
Yeah.
Then the telegram that we just read
came
into
and
Oliver at 10:05.
Right.
And so Oliver then departs at 12:30. So the medical examiner said that he was
died between
12 and 1. But that doesn't go with the story that Sidney Chaplin told. Because if Oliver leaves at 12:30,
and the shot was heard at 12:45, it doesn't add up.
Yeah, so it can't be Oliver then.
That's why I wrote down the time.
So like I said, everybody
That's who I was.
Everybody after 12:30 that was there is a suspect. So that's what we have to go on. So Essex arrives at 12:30.
We had already written this stuff down.
Did we?
Yes. Clara, John, James, Maria, Wiggins, Essex.
So we still haven't talked to Wiggins, right?
We can't find him. He's not at home. We haven't found him anywhere. Yeah, everybody that we have written here was there after the time. All of these people.
Yeah, I see that.
But Wiggins is the only person we have not found, and I don't know where to find him. Well, what I was looking at on the map was to see if I could find anything that was Oriental because of the Kong character that was near the theater.
Let me see the book, the pink one for a sec.
I've got the pen and the thing.
Oh man, it is windy outside.
Oh, so I also didn't tell you I tripped a breaker last night.
You tripped a breaker?
I did.
Doing what?
I had the coffee on, and I had waffles making.
So you had the coffee machine on and the waffle on the same circuit?
And the heater.
And the heater?
Yep.
Yeah, that'll definitely...
I'm always eating donuts and I wanted waffles, so you can blame Time Roller.
You made her trip the breaker.
I did it by myself, though. I flipped it back on.
We have to find something else. Something that's related to something we've already read but haven't followed. Because I keep going back to the very first case that we...
Well, I think it's suspicious. We can't find Wiggins anywhere. And I feel like it's going to come back to him because we can't find him. We don't know where to find him.
Yeah, he's the only one we have no information on.
Time Roller, I just read that. I did not pirate anything. You were the one that was stealing all the coin. You should have seen him. He was like, oh, I'm not good at word games. And then was stealing all the coins from the special armor stuff he had. I like that game, though. That was definitely fun.
Simpsons dining rooms. We didn't look at that. Found the restaurant.
I could have sworn we already looked at it. Maybe I didn't write it down, though. I mean, maybe we didn't.
20 West Central? Maybe we can figure out who the hell they found over there. Oh, there is no 20 with him. What the heck?
See, that's why most of the time I don't write it down if it's not there. A time roller. Look at my new game. You ever heard of this one before? It's pretty cool. We returned Wingspan today, and he came home with this for me. He didn't even know that I was sick.
Yes, I did not know.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't see anything that's...
When I'm feeling a little bit better, I will be popping this in. Organizing.
You know, there's something now that I'm seeing insurance companies here, there's something that's telling me that he was killed for insurance purposes. Because
Why?
Oliver needed the money. He had someone after him for money that the lawyer sent him that telegram for.
True.
Well, these are shipping insurance companies. London and Globe. I wonder if that's one. But there's 3 other insurance companies. It's just a hunch. I don't know.
Why would he get the insurance money, though?
Because...
Unless he's in it with Finley, who's his lover. He's like, oh, we can split the money.
I don't know.
I know. I keep going back to Finley saying that he had to take care of something for Kong, and I can't figure out how to find Kong. Which is driving me nuts.
You know what? The next case we do, I'm gonna get like little tabs to
those little sticky post-it note things.
I'm gonna do that. What's the London and Globe one?
79 Southwest.
The employee of the London and Globe Company answers us happily. Yes, our company specializes in the art milieu, notably for plays, but we've never dealt with Daniel Oliver. I must admit that in the current situation, that's a good thing for us. The only other company I can think of might have worked with Oliver is the Provident.
Okay, so that's in East Central, which is over there. East Central, 68.
68?
Yep.
One of the many employees of this large company confirms that they do have an insurance policy for Daniel Oliver's latest production. When Watson starts wanting to interrogate the employee, the man disappears into an office. After a few moments, he comes back to fetch us and takes us into said office. I'm Mr. Carey. How may I help you? We're investigating the murder of William Razor. We wish to know, according to the contract, what are the consequences of his death. I can't tell you any details without Mr. Oliver's permission, but in broad strokes, we'll have to compensate him for the death of Mr. Razor. On that topic, we're very interested in the results of your investigation. Mr. Watson, if you uncover irregularities, we're ready to reward you. That won't be necessary, says Watson, to our great disappointment.
So he did have insurance on the play.
Yes, he did. I remember I did say something about insurance, right? Because
I mean, not today. If it was last week, it would be something different for me to. Because we just found out today that he was having money issues, wasn't it?
Yeah, we found that out today. But I did say earlier that they might have insurance on the actors. So that's something.
Well, he doesn't have insurance on the actor. He has it on the play itself.
Well, he says we'll have to compensate him for the death of Mr. Razor.
Yeah, so they have insurance on the play, and if something happens to somebody in the play, they have to pay for it.
Ah.
So anybody could have typically died.
Yeah, anybody.
And if there's foul play, then obviously he doesn't get the insurance.
So now I'm thinking more of someone was trying to kill Razor for the...
To help Oliver?
To help Oliver with the money. I think that's what is happening.
And I still go back to, one, we can't find Wiggins, but Wiggins was the understudy as well. And I don't know where to find Wiggins. He's not at his house. None of the places we've investigated he's at. I gotta turn the coffee pot off. It's driving me nuts. I'm trying to cook coffee. It's not there. Do you want more coffee?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll start doing that while you're still investigating. Trash coffee pot. Nobody asked you. You're gonna work and do your job.
Oh, that coffee pot's loud.
I'm about to fill it. We will probably need coffee filters in December.
All right, so I'm rereading the intro to the case.
Maybe we should do that every time we start a case when it's broken up, just to like refresh our minds. Because I can only read my notes so much, and I do try to take notes, you know. But ouch! I gotta get the water.
I still don't know what a groom is. I know it's not a wedding, like, reference.
So reread it to me. Could have been grabbing people's nuts in this stream.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. So Wiggins was all up in here.
Yeah, but we can't find him anywhere. That's why I have like the question mark by his name. Like he's not at his house. It said that he hadn't came home yet. He's not at any of the places that we've investigated. Nobody is. I mean, a few people have mentioned him, but not like where we can find him. Whew. Groom does horses, takes care of horses. Oh. Is there anything? I don't know.
So Charlie Chaplin is playing a character named Billy, who I don't know. Oh, you know why we can't find Wiggins? Because he's Sidney Chaplin.
Oh, duh. No wonder.
Oh my... Ow. I was just reading it. Oh, man. That's why we can't find Wiggins.
He's fictional.
Because he's Sidney Chaplin, and we already found him.
We know where he is. He's in jail.
And the real Wiggins is playing a different character. So confusing.
Yeah, that's why I have Wiggins down. I knew that.
But the real Wiggins is with Sherlock Holmes. They're trying to solve the case on their side. So the real Wiggins and Sherlock Holmes are together. We are with Watson.
Excuse me? We're with Watson?
Yeah,
we're with Watson.
We're hanging out with Watson.
Alright, I am looking.
I'm at a place here where I want to go ahead and end it and answer the questions.
What?
I mean, it's already been 2.5 hours.
Do you remember the question list from last time? Are we really going to be able to answer these questions?
I don't know.
I mean, if you want to.
Where does this start? All the way over here in the pencils?
Yeah, keep going one more. Yeah, it starts there. So, okay, who do we think killed them? We know why. It's going to be for money.
Okay, so
but we don't know.
We know the motive is the insurance payout. Because Oliver only had till what? What day did he say? Until the 5th. So what is today? Is it really?
I thought it was like the 15th or something.
It's the 16th, so I don't know what. Ooh.
Oh no, there goes the pin.
It says have the money or everything is lost. Okay. So I'm guessing insurance is gonna pay to get him out of that trouble. Now, the lawyer was very dismissive. So he might be in on it. But the lawyer might just be a lawyer for the bank, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, they're pretty evil anyway. Yeah, they were probably threatening to take away everything from him. So that sounds like a bank move to me. So killing Razor would compensate him for the losses of the play, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that to me is motive enough.
But who did it?
But how he did it is still a mystery, because I don't know.
I would say under table or the bed.
Because what they found in the room was the cap from the stage gun.
Yep.
They found the real bullet, which didn't match the gun that he had in his hand.
Yeah.
In Razor's brain. Yep. That was shot from underneath. So, either Sidney had a gun.
But like you told me, you have to read what facts are in the book. You can't make up stuff. It would say that Sidney had a gun, or that he would have residue on his hands, or something. We did say that the one lady was the first person that was at the scene.
Yeah, but we have no...
But we have unless she was in on it and she didn't want to lose her job, so she was like, "Hey."
We have no connection to that yet.
Before answering the questions in the next.
So we're not trying
10
to.
minutes.
We're not trying to frame Chaplin. No, that just happened to happen.
Yeah.
I think the reason for the murder was the money, because
Definitely
Oliver and Razor were having issues anyway. And
so he was afraid that he was going to leave.
He was afraid he was going to leave, and he was going to lose everything because the bank was going to take everything.
Yeah, the bank had already said, "Hey, you have this time to get it."
So I feel like that is correct. Now, how it happened, I do not know, because there is a gun somewhere that we have not found. That is an air pistol. Now, we know one was bought a month earlier, so we don't know by who.
No.
I don't know. There's still information that we do not have.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe I'm wrong about worrying about Finley taking care of whatever for Kong. Maybe it's just something that's not important to the story.
Or maybe it's just something else completely.
Yeah, I mean, he's a drug dealer, and Kong has a den as well. So maybe they're competitive. Yeah.
Did we find a Punch and Judy?
Yes.
Did we?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm just looking up any names or places that we may have passed.
It was because it wasn't a restaurant. It was it was something else.
Because Sabellini was there with, Sabellini was there, and that's where he told Sydney, when he gave Sydney a message to give to Razor. So did we look up Punch and Judy?
I know we did, because it wasn't a restaurant. We couldn't find it. But then when I was looking through the stuff, I found it, and I was like, oh. But I definitely saw it earlier.
Did we write anything about it? We don't have anything about it. Yeah. The next thing we have was Henry Wiggins, not home. Marie.
Alright, let me find it again.
Yeah, we didn't. You might have not written anything for it.
Normally, if it's something that we looked up and it doesn't say anything, that I don't write it down, but I've started writing it.
Oh, wait,
so
you did. It was 73 West Central. So apparently you did find it. Maybe there was something there we missed. Because that's where they said they were at. Okay, so it says the Punch and Judy is a well-known meeting place for theater workers for the area. The owner joins us at our table in the back room.
I don't know if we read this then.
Yes, Sabellini came to eat here yesterday. I spoke with him for a bit after having given him his phone message. He had a country-style meat pie and 1 or 2 pints. What message? Message from the guy who was shot, Razor. He asked me to tell Sabellini to drop by his dressing room before rehearsal that afternoon. How did you know it was from Razor? He told me so. What time did he call at? I didn't pay attention to the exact time, but it must not have been far from noon.
Is that all?
And around what time did he leave? I don't know. It seemed that most of the others from Drury Lane had already left, but I didn't really pay attention.
I'm trying to find it in this dang thing because I saw it earlier.
So he says Razor called to leave
Him a message.
him a message. So then Sabellini stopped Sydney to give Razor a message.
Oh, look. Punch and Judy pub. That's where I saw it.
So he was there at noon.
Where'd my pen go? You stole it again, didn't you?
It's right here.
What is this again? What?
Punch
letter?
and Judy, 36. No.
No.
What was it? Oh, I lost it. I lost the page. 73.
West Central.
Yeah.
Okay, so they were there.
So Razor called to ask him to stop by his dressing room before rehearsals.
Okay, Razor called who now?
Called the pub to give Sabellini that message.
And said, come by her dressing room.
Yeah. So he called at noon, so it was at 12:30. So
how though? Because he died between 12 and 1. And the shot was heard at 12:45.
And Oliver leaves at 12:30.
But we don't know for sure that it was Razor either. Razor's voice could be the setup.
It might be the setup. The stage manager.
Because why would Razor tell Sabellini to come by his dressing room if they're always fighting and in a lover's quarrel and all that stuff? It could be to set him up. All right, you have another pot of coffee, honey.
So he died between 12:30 and about 12:45. So there's 15 minutes. Because
the coroner said between 12 and 1, but we know that the shots were heard at 12:45.
Yeah. So like I said, there's a 15-minute difference there, and the only people that were there are the ones that we wrote down. So it's one of them. But so we don't have a link.
John, James, Maria, Wiggins, Oliver, Essence, or the Chaplin brothers.
Maybe there's something we missed from there. So it can't be Clara because she said that she heard the shot, and by the time she got backstage, everyone was already in front of William's dressing room. So she was last. So it can't be her. All right, who else was it? John Weber?
Yes, John.
So it says that Clara and him left for lunch and met Wiggins at the restaurant. So Wiggins was with the Chaplin brothers. What is his name? John Weber?
He was the one with Claire. And they met Wiggins. And they were on stage when they heard the shot. Or he was on stage when he heard the shot.
Okay, so they did go to lunch.
Mm-hmm. The newspaper columnist did say that John, did the fatherly role, but he wasn't really that type of person in real life, too.
Wait, was it those two that are married?
No, they're not married.
Remember we read that Oliver had...
James and Clara are a thing. But John Weber Maria and James are a thing. John Weber and Clara play the motherly and fatherly roles in plays together.
Was James one of the ones that was there after 12:30?
Yeah. It says, Maria and I left for lunch, 12:40, straight to the stage. Razor didn't go out for lunch. He said he was on opium. Sabellini and Razor had a bad history. And then for Maria, I have James and I arrived at 8:15. James and I went to lunch with a friend at Simpsons at 12:40. Came back, heard the shot while on stage.
So James Beeston knows an awful lot about Razor.
He knew about the history between them.
So it says that Maria and I left for lunch. We went directly on stage when we returned.
Yeah, which was at 12:40. I wrote that down.
So they were on stage, so then I guess it can't be them?
Yeah, because it said they were on stage. So they went straight to the stage. Well, I mean, they went straight to the stage at 12:40. The shot was at 12:45. So yeah, I don't see how it could have been them.
Okay, so we can rule out Beeston and... Where's Marie Leslie?
Okay.
So Marie Leslie, this is her first time working with Razor.
Yeah.
And she says he's a very irritable person. It says James and I arrived at the theater shortly after 8. Right after the rehearsal, James and I went for lunch. We met up with a friend at Simpsons. Came back before the afternoon's rehearsal. We were on stage when we heard the shot. So okay, so them two were on stage. That collaborates them two. So, and Clara got there last after the body. She says she was in the corner knitting. So,
and John was on the stage when he heard the shot, so that clears both of them. So Clara, John, James, and Maria are clear. So then it's Wiggins, Oliver, Essex.
So really the only one back there, the first one to find Sydney and Razor was, again, we're going back to Jean Barain.
Yeah, she was the first one. Time Roller said if she was last, she could have done it and then left. Well, when the one girl, she was basically right outside the room and ran in and found Sydney with a gun in his hand. So she was the first one at the scene. So I don't see how somebody could have left and not being seen. But I've been going over that in my head too. Maybe there's some sort of way that they got out.
So Jean Borain said, I heard,
The footstep thing.
yeah. So Jean Borain was back there near it. Said, I heard footsteps in the corridor around 20 past noon. So
Yeah.
that had to be Razor.
Heard footsteps at 12:20 in hall, then heard footsteps again at 12:45, then the shot.
Yeah, so.
And she was the first one to
So
find
if Leslie and Beeston were on stage, it's Weber.
Weber? Oops. He was the one that was with Claire.
Oh, yeah. So he says that he heard Jean's shout. So it's still pointing to Jean because everyone that was there, Oliver left, so it could not have been him.
Yeah, if her only excuse is she was alone, then she could have done it.
But we do not have a motive or a tie-in.
Yeah, we don't know how we tie in her and Oliver, the producer.
Because if it's not her, because she was the only one back there, and it wasn't Sydney, and we know it wasn't Wiggins because he's...
Left 4 angle.
We know it's not Wiggins because he works with Sherlock. So we know for sure it's not him. Wow, I am completely stumped. We don't have the only motive we have is Oliver, money, bank. But Oliver wasn't even there. So I don't know. I am at a loss on where to look anymore. We've gone through a lot of stuff, and I do not believe we have anything. We do not have enough.
Yeah, I'm with Time Ruler. I think he hired somebody to do it, to split the money with them. No, we haven't found a connection between them two at all.
The only connection we found was, like I said, wow.
And she didn't even work with the other play either, so it's not like it's tied together that way. Right? Let me make sure I'm right with that. What is her name again?
Which one?
The girl.
Maria?
No. The...
Jean?
Yeah. Yeah, see, she wasn't on the list of the past play. I mean, I hate to say it, but what if it was Ralph? The air gun did not make a noise. The fake gun made the noise. If the guy was killed earlier, and the fake gun noise brought everyone there, was the dead guy alive? He was shot. The stage gun. We went to wake him up and startled him, and then was fighting with him, so he was definitely alive.
I don't know anymore. We don't have a lead to anything. Maybe go see Sherlock.
I mean, yeah, we can.
But if he tells us something we already know, then it doesn't count. Like always.
I mean, that's what it says in the book anyways.
Why can I not find... So Holmes and Wiggins have come back to take tea, apparently in little hurry to conclude the investigation. Amused by our entrance on stage, Holmes interrogates Wiggins in front of us with a slightly forced, almost theatrical tone. We must recognize that your presence in that theater gives us a unique opportunity to get first-hand information on these events. What can you tell us? Holmes sips his tea and waits, just like us, for the answer. Been a part of the troupe for 3 weeks. Wiggins seems ill at the ease in his role of witness. It's an interesting play, but I'm not sure that you would care much for the portrayal that Razor was making of you. Not really, now that he's dead. The only thing I've been able to notice is that while it was difficult to get along with Razor, only Sabellini seemed to really hate him. Razor and Oliver would argue from time to time, but between a star and a director, that's not unusual. There's no reason for Chaplin to have killed him. I'm convinced of Chaplin's innocence. We must carefully examine all the clues while remembering that things aren't always as they seem. We must start from the exact moment when Razor was killed and go back from that point. He died when the shot was fired. I heard it myself. Wiggins, you always surprise me. As the theater is the place for all fantastic creations, we must separate the illusion from reality. When we have succeeded, we'll find the solution to this mystery.
But he didn't die when the shot was fired. That's what we're assuming. Because the shot fired was the fake gun.
So it says we have to start from the exact moment when Razor was killed and then go back from that point.
I know we're saying he died earlier. We need to go back to Charlie. Or, not Charlie Chaplin. Sydney. Because, let's see.
We don't know exactly when.
Go back to 36 East EC.
If I can ever find it.
Look in East Central.
Like I said, these things are so out of order. I keep hitting the...
This is where we were at the prison. I just want you to reread it because maybe I didn't take good enough notes.
So right where he discusses what happened?
Yes.
Alright, so as you probably already know, we had lunch at Punch and Judy's.
Yes.
Sabellini called me over as we were leaving. He asked me to tell Razor that he'd be a few minutes late.
Okay, so that goes with the other story about the other restaurant.
Yeah. But Sabellini never came back, so...
Yeah.
We went back to the theater. Wiggins and Charlie went to see Betancourt.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to rehearse a scene with Mr. Razor. I was a few minutes early, but I went straight to Razor's dressing room to give him Sabellini's message. I knocked on his door. No answer. I knocked again, then opened the door. Mr. Razor was lying on the bed, back to me, sleeping. But he was sleeping. I knew that we were expected by Mr. Betancourt in a few minutes, so I wanted to wake him. I shook him by the shoulder. I think I scared him. I saw he had the pistol in his hand. Everything happened so quickly. Okay, so let's listen to this.
Yeah.
He turned.
So he turned over.
And the shot was fired. I tried to take the pistol away from him, and he fell to the ground.
So he fell off the bed. He was never standing up.
Okay. But he was still alive when the pistol went off. That's what I am getting from this.
Yeah, I understand that. But I think before we were talking about they were standing up and struggling, but they weren't.
Okay, so he was still laying down. He was trying to get the gun from him. After it hit, it had already gone off.
Yes.
So he was still alive. And he fell to the ground. That's all I know. Everything happened so fast.
And the gun fell to the ground. So my under the bed theory isn't very far-fetched. But it's...
But they would have found somebody under the bed.
Yeah.
Because everybody rushed to the gunshot.
Maybe the one girl is lying, though, about running and hearing the gunshot and being the first one seen. She was already freaking there. But then Sydney would have said, hey, she popped out under the bed. Right. Time Roller's like, he found him dead and is faking the struggle. But nobody believes that he's guilty, which, I mean, could be throwing us off, but...
I don't know. I mean, that tells us how he died. Like, the events
it's like
of that
from
scene.
The point that you need to go to a restaurant.
And there's a time schedule here from... Oh my god, this book.
Yeah. So at the one restaurant, he got the phone call that said he needed to talk to Razor. Then Sabellini met with the other people and said, hey, I'm going to be a few minutes late. Sabellini never went back. So it can be Sabellini.
And he was just telling him that he was going to be a few minutes late. That was the message.
Yeah.
So it wasn't anything like...
It wasn't, hey,
evil.
watch out.
Yeah. All right, so let's say he was shot at 12:45, correct?
That's when we heard the gunshot, yeah.
So Wiggins arrives with the Chaplin brothers at 12:42.
Okay. So that's right before the gunshot.
Yeah. Which doesn't make sense because, well, it says that Charlie said Sydney came in a little earlier. Did he not say that? Could have swore he said that he had come in a bit earlier. I was a few minutes early.
Wiggins and Charlie.
So let's say he was a little bit early. So let's say 12:40.
And then we had looked at this map to see like where the stairs were in Razor's bedroom too. Remember we were doing that last time?
Yeah. This is where Jean Barain was.
Yeah.
So
supposedly. Okay, so yeah, here's the stage. These are the
this is the stage right here. So when
these are the seats.
The seating, auditorium. Stage was here, so when they heard the shot, they were right there. So they all ran this way. But these guys would come up from the exit tunnel here.
When I was saying that maybe it was the floor below, it wouldn't be possible because that would be more than 3 feet if they were in the auditorium and shot up.
Yeah. So I'm still at a loss because we don't have enough information.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh man, it's almost 3 hours in.
This is a 6-hour video.
I think my brain is getting a little exhausted because I'm starting to go wacko.
Yeah. And there was no gunpowder. There was no residue or anything.
Exactly. So how is Sydney's story correct then. Somebody had an air pistol 3 feet away from him. He was still alive when Sidney Chaplin came into the room. They struggled to get the gun, and then he fell over, and that was it. And at the end, Jean was the one that told the police that she found Sidney with the gun over his body.
Yeah, the only one that's saying his side of the story is Sidney. He was literally alone. He could be lying. Duchess said, after working all day, I'd have given him about an hour.
Right?
But you guys like hanging out with us. You can't give up after an hour. Don't give him motive.
It's really taking a toll on my brain. It really, because I'm thinking like a lot. Like,
you think I would be good at these things? As many murder mysteries and things I watch.
See, the problem is that we don't have a connection to Jean and Razor. We don't know the motive. We know the motive for Oliver.
See, that's what I've been saying. What Time Roller is saying. If there was an adjacent room, there is an adjacent room. There's this room, whatever this is. Here's the stairway. Here's a room here. And then there's a room here. So somebody could have been here. See, that's what I was saying last week, because I was like, oh, maybe they shot him through the wall. But that doesn't make sense now.
Okay, but we checked Razor's room. There was no holes in any of the walls. It specifically said that. There was no gunshot holes. So that's why I'm dismissing that. Because there is an entry in here where we go check the room.
All right, let's read that one again, just because everybody is like here.
Small dressing room doesn't contain any extraneous decoration, but simply a small table covered with makeup, 2 wooden chairs, and a small camp bed. So it's one of those small
fold-out beds,
so you can't lay underneath it. You're automatically going to be seen. Watson examines the bed and lifts the cover. At that moment, something falls to the ground. Watson kneels to pick it up. It's a pocket watch chain. Well, half of a chain.
On his body at the corner, they found the pocket watch.
Did they?
Yes.
So, let's see what else they can find. He looks at the mattress and lifts it to inspect the base. So this is where I get confused, because I don't know what the hell they're talking about. There's a nail sticking out, remarks Watson. It's located in the middle of one of the long sides of the bed's frame. Okay, I get that. Bed frame, there's a nail sticking out. Why? I don't know.
Time Roller said he took it in the struggle. That's why he has the watch. And the chain is here. So it's left behind.
So who
has a watch, or who would have a watch?
So whose pocket watch is it then?
Keep reading, sorry.
Okay, it's located in the middle of one of the long sides of the bed's frame. The traces on the wood are recent. It was nailed in a day or 2 ago.
So there's a nail.
So why would you nail a nail into the middle of the long side of a bed frame? What would that accomplish? What is that for?
I don't know.
Like, this is what I'm not understanding. Like, what purpose?
Hang the watch on?
But you have a whole room to hang a watch on.
I don't know.
What is it used for? I don't know. It's just a twisted nail. And that, what is that? Watson pulls out a magnifying glass and observes a mark on the wall just above the nail. It looks like powder. I don't get that either.
Looks like powder, like gunpowder or makeup powder.
It just says it looks like powder.
Or opium. We don't
Is
know.
opium a powder? I don't know.
I don't know anything about drugs, sorry. Can't help you there.
Maybe it's where he hung his drugs. I don't know. I don't know what opium looks like. I don't know how it's
I know what
handled.
cocaine looks like, but that's all.
So, it specifically says there's no hole, no bullet. Watson moves the bed away. So he moves the bed from the wall and inspects the floor. Ah, there it is. Watson picks up a small round object and inspects it with his magnifying glass. So this, whatever he found, is underneath the bed because he moved it out of the way and looked under. What is it? A cotton stopper used for blanks.
That just says opium's a powder.
Okay, so maybe he's like sniffing it in private.
They put the bullet from the fake gun between the wall and the nail. When the bed was bumped, the shot went off. No bullet in the fake gun shell.
But who put it under there? And if so, when did he get killed? Because he was struggling with Sydney.
Just the gunpowder.
But he was struggling with Sydney, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then he fell to the floor, and that was it. He was dead. So in that instant, somebody shot him with an air pistol. Now for him to be
frame Sydney, so we think.
For him to be shot at the angle that it said.
So he turned over, and he was shot in the eye. So he would have had to been shot from this direction. If he's laying in a bed.
If he's laying down.
Unless he was shot in his other eye, which would be under the bed, which you said can't happen because of how it is.
So an upward angle in a laying down position could be a downward angle if you're standing over him. Correct?
Yeah.
I mean, it's basically the same.
But the coroner said that he was shot through the brain.
No, through the eye, and the bullet was lodged in the brain. So
it went shot this way.
It went this way. If it went into his eye, it did not go into his throat.
Oh yeah, because he was shot in the eye.
Yeah, in the eye, and it got lodged in the brain. So that must mean if he's laying down, the angle would be downward. But if he's standing, it would be upward, which makes more sense if you're laying in bed and then get shot.
Yeah. Well, that's what Drew was saying earlier, like the last session, was that somebody could have been in the doorway.
So what I was saying is that they were struggling, and for some reason, Jean was the only one there. She knew who was in that room. Yeah. She knew someone else was walking in there because she heard the footsteps. So my thing was, okay, maybe she went around, took the opportunity to shoot him while he was struggling with Sydney.
Yeah.
But the problem with that theory is that there's no connection to Jean and Razor. Because Razor was gay.
Yeah.
So a love thing is not a part of it.
But it could have been with Oliver.
Maybe Jean and Oliver were together, but we don't have that connection.
But do we need that connection to convict her?
We need to know that connection. I mean, if we just assume that it's that, I mean, I don't know how it works in this game if you don't. I feel like if we got that connection, it would mean more if we answered that question and got it right.
Is Jean in love with Razor's boyfriend, the one who needed the money?
No, Oliver is
Oliver's the producer.
The producer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Oliver is straight. Sabellini was the other actor.
We don't know, to be honest.
All right, hold on. Look in the directory and see if there's anything that corresponds with Jean. Like, she is a costume mistress. Maybe if we find something I mean, she has to get supplies. Maybe she talks with
Yes.
somebody.
Okay.
So maybe somebody knows something that she buys supplies from. I don't know. I'm kind of grasping at whatever I can right now.
I wouldn't say department stores for supplies, right? But there's a lot of department stores to go through. So,
Well, she's a costumer, right?
yeah.
Costume. Those are all furs.
Yeah. There's florist, embassy.
Is there any tailors? Look for tailors.
I know that there's tailors.
There we go. Tailors. Let's look through that.
There's West End. There's Teatley and Butler. There's Robertson Park. Okay. Bradford Jones and Company.
Is there anything on the West Central?
West Central. There's 2.
All right, let's check that.
Let's not do West End because I don't know. Let's try 11 West Central because that sounds more of a fancier.
Oh,
place.
There's no 11.
11. What about 16?
16 West Central?
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh, okay. So.
Now I don't know if Taylor's is the right area to be looking at.
Well, they alter clothes. Stationary, stables, stations, sports.
I mean, we can look through all of them.
Steamship? What is steam? Or is that like literally steamship?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Shoemakers, settlement houses, restaurants, prisons, newspapers, music halls, markets. What about markets? Probably not.
No.
Jewelers, libraries, parks. Ooh.
All right, so there's no tailors anywhere in here, so that's a dead end.
Okay.
I don't know. Let me see.
Who needs money? Did she do it for them?
She could dress like anyone who does. Oh man, I'm cold.
What's a pawnbroker? Is that what I'm thinking it is?
Yeah. I assume.
All right, so let me go back to the evidence thing. Items and substances found during the case.
Yeah. I mean, I think I wrote that down too.
I can't anymore with this book. I can tell I'm getting exhausted. I'm fighting with the pages. Alright, what was it? 22 Southwest?
Mm-hmm. There was that telegram.
Yeah, it says, have you reconsidered my offer?
From
so
Jack Vernon.
It's addressed to Jack Vernon. So we know that's Razor asking him to come and direct the play.
Yeah.
So we know that's
now.
Yeah. Alright, so
Who died? Razor. Razor died, and people that were in the love triangle was Razor. I gotta get everybody's name. Ralph Fenley and Nicola Sabatini.
So here's the pistol, okay? It's a Webley Mark I, a rather common weapon. 5 bullets and an empty chamber. So there were 5 bullets and an empty chamber in it. Murray extracts the bullets from the charger as he talks. There's also a great amount of powder in the pistol. Any of it found on the clothing? Yes, notably on the victim's shirt. No hole, however. I was given to understand that he had been shot in the eye. Very interesting. Murray then examines the wrapped item. What is it? Razor's pocket watch. The chain is broken. Part of it is missing. Exactly, but that's not the most interesting thing. The bullet, or more precisely, the lead extracted from the body. Murray picks up a mushroom-shaped piece of lead with a pair of tweezers. He wasn't shot with the Webley, but with an air pistol. Not practical, but silent. So if he wasn't shot with the Webley gun that they found at the scene, then there's a gun somewhere else.
I mean, maybe you're right about the pawnbroker.
I mean, give me the coordinates.
Where are we at currently? West Central?
Yeah.
There's nothing in West Central.
Just give me all of them.
26 East.
I'm gonna put a finger southeast.
No, just East. So there's nothing
east.
Yeah.
There's no east.
Oh, okay. Well, the only one that has like a thing is 73 East Central.
Nope.
Okay.
Nothing.
Yeah, Time Roller saying the killer still has the air pistol, which, I mean, makes sense. If they bought it legally, you know? They bought it from a gun shop.
Yeah, you know what? I
So it would be okay for them to have it.
I don't know. If anyone has any other ideas that might spark something, I'm completely lost.
We also probably need to do dinner since it's 8.
Yeah, we need to cut this short. Short.
Short, yeah, 3 hours short, and then 3 hours lost.
Yeah, I'm afraid it's going to be a 3-session
Well, you
deal.
know what? Let's make it a 3-session deal because Luke had to go because he was tired.
Okay. Yeah,
and maybe he can help out.
I'm a little worn out mentally with this, especially being at work since 4 a.m.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you can physically see me degrading as we go.
Well.
But it's hurting, guys.
I think we're gonna end up doing fast food for dinner tonight because
fast food from where? Everything's closed.
It's 8 o'clock. Everything's not closed.
Everything closes early during pandemic times.
Well, we're gonna have to figure out something.
Okay.
We have to shower the kids and feed them and get them to bed. They have school tomorrow, and I have to figure out how Anthony's new schedule is going to be because I still haven't figured that out yet. I like these kinds of games, but I need to have the brain power for them. And I do not.
Hey, Book of Nerds.
Hi.
Hi. Thanks for the raid, guys.
Thanks for the raid. Ranger's falling apart.
I had just finished saying that my body is falling apart from all this crime fighting.
All the crime fighting? Like you're Superman?
I'm Superman.
Or Spider-Man?
Yeah, I am clearly exhausted from this.
Weird.
Which is not bad.
Stumped.
But, man, we are stuck.
We have a lot of leads, but we have to have the connections to answer the questions is our problem right now.
Yeah, so we have to find the connection to the murder, and we just cannot. We are looking so hard. We're looking at everything we can. But I don't know. I mean, maybe there is something we missed. We have a lot of information. We've written everything down. We're just missing a piece
Yeah.
that we cannot find.
We thought we had all the pieces last time, too.
It is the murder of Sherlock Holmes, the actor Sherlock Holmes.
Yes.
This one.
It is the 6th case.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone else has played. I mean...
Yeah, it'll come in the middle of the night. And then I'm going to get on and be like, this is what happened.
This is what happened. I found it. Like, what? But yeah.
So, if you don't know how these games go, you read the sections, you investigate people, you investigate places, and when you're ready, there's an
No, it's in this one.
There's an envelope at the end that has the answers.
Yep, it has the answer, and you have to answer questions. And based on what you answer those questions is how many points you get.
Yeah, we're definitely not going for points because we just do this for fun. But yeah.
I mean, we're not really stuck. I mean, I think we have a general idea of what happened.
We're trying to connect the puzzle pieces. We have all the pieces that we think we need, but we need to find the connection.
Yeah, we need to find the connection between Jean
and Oliver.
Borain and Oliver.
And Fraser.
Because based on the timestamps of when they left and when they arrived and when he was shot, the only one that was capable of doing it is Jean Borain. Now, we don't have the connection.
I like waffles.
Waffles.
Waffle sounds good.
No, yeah, we do not have the connection between...
We don't have waffles either.
Or the motive for Jean. So that is what we're looking for.
I mean, would you kill somebody for money?
But you can't say money because it's Oliver, the producer, that is in debt to the bank. And the only one that is going to get that money is Oliver. So if
unless they're together.
That's what I'm saying. We don't have that
connection, we're assuming.
I mean, are we in the right ballpark here? Are we thinking the right way? I mean, don't spoil it, but
yeah.
But just
nod slightly.
Just give us a nod.
Jean loves the producer. We're not in the right direction? Are you telling me that?
Go back to the time roller.
Time roller. You're going to make him cry on stream. Stop.
I'm too tired to cry, honestly.
I am going to go back to the dungeon, and I'm going to try to get Duchess to do it with me, by the way.
Give us a virtual wink.
Yeah, right? Wink.
We've talked to everybody. Yes, we got a list, and we've got...
Man, I have notes.
We've got notes.
I have notes for days.
We've got notes.
Yeah, I have locations. I have people we've talked to.
We are writing everything down. And every person we come across either is very vague or doesn't give us the information that we want.
Okay, I have a question.
Do we have to find Hong Kong or Hong, whatever his name is?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Does Kong have anything to do with this situation at all? Because I keep going back to what Fenley said. When we met Fenley, he said, what?
Finley.
That's what I said.
Okay.
He asked, did Kong send you? And I told Kong I would take care of it. So... well, it was the one guy... It was the one guy making fun of culture, so I didn't want to, do that.
No. Yeah, I do need a break from this. Because...
Yeah.
Because we did go further in this session.
Poor Time Roller. Time Roller.
He's like, I can't do this again. But I think we are close. We do have the list. We just can't connect. We have the list of when they arrived, when they went to lunch, stuff like the doorman would write down. And like I said, the only one that was there the whole time was Jean.
Yeah, she never left.
She never left. She was there since the beginning. She's the one that heard the footsteps of him going into his room. Then she's the one that heard the footsteps when everyone was coming back. And she was the first one to see the murder. Not the murder happened, but, well, we don't know that yet.
Right?
She was the first one to arrive after the gunshot sound. So she is sus number one.
I don't know. Where's that map?
She was literally 4 rooms away.
Where's the map thing?
It's in one of the very...
Oh. Yeah. No, yeah. So, here's Razor's room. So, this is where he died. And this is where Jean was. But if everybody was on stage, which is here, why was she the first one there? Because they would have had to run past her. Why was she specifically there?
Everybody found... After the gunshot, they all found... They said that she was the first one to find Sydney over top of Razor's dead body with the gun in hand. That's from what I have read.
Yeah, but... I mean, yeah, I understand she's a few rooms away, but the stage is not that far either.
No, but that's why I'm thinking that it's her.
I know.
I just do not have that connection.
That's what I'm saying, too.
The why?
We think it's because of money. Because we think that Razor was going to leave again, and Oliver was concerned that his new play was going to go down the drain because the bank is coming after him, and all this bad stuff's happening. He doesn't want to lose money again or lose another theater.
It's not necessarily the who. We need to find that little bit of connection between Jean and Oliver.
Game Jedi's like, she did it, and jealousy, gold digging X.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
we investigated the bank. We had the telegrams that we found.
That's our main motive. That's what our motive is.
Yeah, we're pretty sure it's because of money.
But we do not have how.
He wants to tie together for sure that it was her. He wants to see the connection between her and Oliver. If there is a
connection between Jean and Oliver...
He doesn't like to assume things, which I do. He likes the physical evidence.
Because I don't think it was Sydney at all.
Yeah, I don't think it was Sydney.
No. So if I find the connection between Jean and Razor or Jean and Oliver, then I can say, oh, okay. I can connect them now.
He has to have physical evidence.
I need the proof. And I need it now.
Well, you're not getting it now.
No. That's why I was trying to see if there was anything I can find. Like, she is a costume mistress. So I was looking through the directory to see if there's any place that she can get supplies at. To see if anyone's seen her with anybody. And
or like at a restaurant or something.
Yeah, we have not found a thing. So, I don't know. Maybe I am in the right direction. Maybe I'm not. Maybe there is no connection. I don't know. But we do know that Oliver left before the gun was fired.
I knew that my new game is pretty. I'm going to keep showing it off to distract you.
It looks real good on camera, too. It's super colorful. She got the reference. Game Jedi got it. I used to hate that commercial. Huh?
So look at this cool thing. It's a thing for the board.
Alright, so...
Oh, shoot.
So, yeah, I think that is the end of the stream because...
There's water.
Will you stop showing stuff off?
Nope. Gems.
We have to end this. Yes, J.G. Wentworth. We grew up with all the good commercials. Well, at least I did. I'm old enough
She's
for...
pretty.
Yeah. Alright, so... Thank you guys for watching. It's been a mental challenge for me to sit through this and figure stuff out. But it's only because I've been up since 4 a.m. And... and you guys have been amazing at helping us with this, and I hope that you can come by next week and help us some more and hopefully finish this, because we want to get to the Jack the Ripper case and we want to get it now.
I don't care about the kids. This is for me. I've been wanting this game.
All right, so I think tomorrow. I don't remember what we're going to be playing tomorrow.
A schedule this week. We made a schedule last week.
Maybe it'll be Iguazu. Maybe we'll play that, or maybe we'll play Call to Adventure.
I know what Thursday is. Ghost Stories.
Ghost Stories again?
Yep. We're gonna do it every Thursday until it's done.
Okay, guys.
Every Thursday.
Like I said, thank you for.
Yeah, we definitely need to go get dinner.
Thank you for putting up with us and this game.
The kids have been eating everything in the fridge, but I'm sure they're still hungry.
Come back tomorrow, and we should have a more exciting version of a board game.
What? Maybe. Is Call to Adventure exciting?
Yeah, I think it's exciting. You get to make your own character and have your own story. It's a story.
Uh-oh. I want to warn you.
No,
I don't like warnings.
Don't warn.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah, it's a long one. All right, so yeah. Anything else?
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry too. So thank you guys. Thank you for everything you do, everything you say, everything.
For helping me stay sane.
Yeah, everything. We love you. And hopefully we'll see you all tomorrow.
We'll see how I feel.
Yeah.
You might just see Drew tomorrow.
She'll be better tomorrow. She will be.
Maybe. Oh, we gotta follow.
Thanks for following.
Yeah, everybody follow before we leave.
Yes, if you would like to follow.
If you would like to follow us,
then go right ahead.
With us.
Yeah.
We play a lot of different things.
We'd love to have everybody hanging out.
Yeah.
But yeah. Till tomorrow.
Bye.
Good night, guys.